up? We're running. Go ahead, but there we go. Limo talk. Justin
Here comes the walking
McDonald,
stick.
comedian Justin McDonald walking in. Trainwreck Radio, as it's always been. Bobby
as
Lacerra
usual.
walking in, not knowing that we have a show tonight. Professional Vinny telling me he's leaving because he's got to go see his girl and hang out with her. Board Up Extraordinaire doesn't know we have a show. And the only one who knows that we had a show tonight was this gentleman right here, Ins 41, Bobby Ins 41 and Zarello. Hi, guys. What's happening?
I did not think we had a show.
It's set on the list of the itinerary, December 8th, which by the way, is my daughter Kate's birthday today.
Happy birthday to Kate.
Happy birthday.
We love Kate. You know what, Justin? Sit, please. Justin McDonald. Comedian Justin McDonald is hanging out with us tonight. Adirondack Walking Stick Company. He's bringing me a walking stick so I don't have to have problems with my hip anymore.
I am.
All right. Thank you.
Is that going to help?
Well, I hope so. So,
Sure.
Bobby, we tried to get in touch with you last night. We ended up going to the Greg Thompson Toys for Tots at MERS. 15 years now. Toys for Tots.
You know,
at
I can't help but look at that sign all the time and think to myself, "Toys for tits." I can't.
Really?
I can't. I don't know what you won't know.
Is that where you're going with that?
It's not. It's never going to change now that I said it. You can always see that. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
That was a nice opening, Gross.
I'm just saying.
I said Toys for Tots. I did say Toys for Tots, right?
You did.
All right,
You did.
Justin, put your headphones on if you want to hear what's going on.
Anyway, you sent me that text, but I was working an overnight shift at Valley Stream. I worked from
Oh?
I worked from 10 last night to 9 this morning.
Okay. Well,
Security?
Security.
Making sure everything is secure?
What are you doing in the park?
that's a lot.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
That's a lot of hours. Dude.
Hello?
Yeah. So, but because
The
they have the
problem is
Winterfest.
these
They had-
kids didn't run. These kids don't run. They just stand there.
Yeah.
When we were
No,
young, we would have fucking
they,
ran.
They don't run. They look at you like a raccoon in your driveway eating your fucking garbage. it's like what's your problem?
Have you had any incidences of it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. But I had so last night it was like they had the Winterfest, which they did a great job. My friend Rich is the Santa Claus.
Okay.
And
Nice.
they do a whole beautiful setup. It's really done. Every year they've done more and more and more lights. Looks like driving through the thing at Jones Beach. That's what it looks like.
Nice.
All the lights. Every tree has lights on it. There's blow up things. Those Snoopy and the Grinch, gigantic Grinch, and Santa Claus and reindeer. They have it all. And John Piazza, the DJ, he does the DJing for the whole thing. People come down. There's hot chocolate. There's pretzels. There's popcorn. They have everything. It's really a good
I
time.
recommended him
Nice.
because of you.
John Piazza's awesome.
Nicolia, when he was talking to me, reached out and said, I need a rather, which I didn't understand because those guys are loaded. I need a rather reasonable DJ for my for a Christmas party. I'm like, really?
Rather
I'm like,
reasonable?
And out of nowhere, I just go, John Piazza. And he goes, that's it. And then I guess he's using John
Did
Piazza.
we tell John that I
I asked Nicolia to tell him to refer that Ins from Ins and Graz from Limo Talk. He says he knew who we were. Well, he knew who you are.
He knows me very well.
Well, he
At
doesn't
least
know,
he knew
you
who
know-
you were.
yeah, he doesn't really know me too well.
He's a great guy.
Yeah?
Really
Is he a
nice
good
guy. His
DJ?
father, too. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. He's right on. He's like, he's got he's got great equipment. I mean, that's what you really need. Big speakers, stuff like that. His laptop is ready to go. He's got all the songs that he needs in there, and whatever you want on call, he's got it.
Well, so like I was saying, the Greg Thompson emerged Toys for Tits, Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots. Jeez.
Always a
You
great
see
time.
what happened? See what happened?
Always a great time at MERS, right? It was really.
But don't you
Yes.
think that Toys for Tits would be a very good organization?
They probably do
It
pretty
would probably
well.
be popular.
Yeah, it probably would be very.
You could
definitely
say
be
that.
You know, with the guys.
I actually think
Yeah.
that they do that in Las Vegas. That there's a strip joint in Vegas that does Toys for Tits.
So what,
Yeah.
you bring a toy and
You get to see
they,
tits.
they don't
Nice.
charge you?
An unwrapped gift.
Yeah.
An unwrapped, and then you'll get an unwrapped gift.
Yeah.
An
This guy-
equally unwrapped gift.
So this guy at MERS did 15 boxes of toys last night.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
15 boxes. He's been doing it for 15 straight years. And I guess
And it's actually a lot of toys because, most of them were in like medium
yeah.
sized boxes. They weren't like big things that were in there. So there was, they were pretty packed.
I guess the best part of the night was Zarelli and I had having a drink, and I turn around and I nudge him, and there's the boss sitting on it, right? So
Yes.
he's sitting there with his granddaughter
The owner.
right in front of the owner, and the granddaughter's playing Joker Poker. Right?
That's good. That's
It's
good.
So good.
I'm worried about my language. Huh?
Right. And the one guy yells behind the bar, "What are you doing?" And he goes, His answer was very simple. He goes, "What? I'm teaching how to gamble." That was it.
Future lies.
Fair enough.
You know, I was like, "Hey, it's his granddaughter."
It was so great.
Yeah.
But I got
you
what am I
bring
gonna
them up
say?
how you wanna.
Yeah.
As long as they're not killing anybody, you're all right.
And
That's right.
Mers
Could be wor-
Mers
she could be
actually
doing worse things.
Mers actually handed me. Hold on. Here you go, Rich. That's from Mers. 1560. Mers gave me
This
the money
is
for
towards
the
the.
Every
Oh,
week
right, you
there's,
said
another,
it was the
there's
50
more money
bucks.
comes in, it stays
It
at
does, it
15.60.
trickles in.
No, it was at 1510.
No, it was 1510.
And now we're at
Yep,
1560.
1560.
I still have to get money from the Library
That is
Cafe
the
and
number.
Bottles on Broadway, and then we're done.
This is the fun that never stops.
Yeah.
You know,
It really
how
is.
long ago was this show?
September.
September. Yeah.
so-
Yeah, but I said I had till the
Middle
end
of
of the year to
September?
try to collect the money. I still been well.
Deadlines.
So what's up there, McDonald? You all right?
Yeah, everything's good, man.
You like the new studio?
I do. I walked in the other one. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Where are they?
I was like, it would have been nice to know you guys moved over.
I'm sorry. So how's the Adirondack Walking Stick Company, and how's your beef jerky doing?
Both well.
Yeah?
Actually, I had a couple bags of beef jerky that I brought with me for you. So
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you
Yeah.
could stay
Well,
now.
you do know how much we love it.
thanks.
How long did it take you to do that walking stick?
4 weeks.
Wow. All right.
Well, he planted the tree as a little seed, and
No,
then
I-
he waited for it to grow.
I got to forage. I don't have wood just sitting around.
Can
I
I
know.
can I see what you brought us? All right. Share the show, everybody. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving. We missed you
If
from
you
all
haven't
of us.
shared it yet,
Come on, man.
Oh.
It says share the show.
Share
Holy,
the show.
This is so great.
That's awesome.
that's really nice.
Yeah.
I like this. Almost
I
looks like
didn't
a
know
batter's
that.
grip on
I didn't even
top.
see that. I thought
Now,
that
how
was
do I-
just
now what do I
yours
do?
you
How
were
do I
coming
walk
in
with
with.
this thing with my bad hip, just like this.
Turn around. Don't use it don't use it like a cane. Use it
No,
like
Like
you
a
know what you
handle.
do?
No.
Bend over and I'll show you.
hold it like that. Hold
You
it
gotta
like
grip
that.
it. No,
like
like
that.
it.
Yeah, there you go. Turn it the
There
other
you
way.
go.
The front's the other
Like
way.
the cavemen.
There you go.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you later, Gross.
He looks like Father Time.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
more like
That's
Father
pretty
No
good.
Time.
Oh, by the way,
That thing is
Professional
cool.
Vinny, Professional Vinny, this is Justin McDonald.
Hey, how's it going?
Justin McDonald's been a long-time friend of ours, comedian, and he does beef jerky. So if you have any beef jerky you want to buy,
It is delicious.
he'll sell it to you.
Unbelievely.
I got
Yeah.
beef jerky.
Yes.
Beef jerky.
I got.
Tell him the process. How long,
Beef jerky
how long
time.
was this process for you, the beef jerky that you had this time?
It's a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to cut, and then we marinate for 5 days, and then it's a day and a half of drying, depending on how much we're doing.
How has the demand been?
Good. We had we were going really well for a little while, and then it slowed down. But
Why?
Holidays, it's just the way things go.
Yeah.
How much of one thing can you eat all the time?
But at that
You know.
at that price, and the way you sell it, and how good it really is, come on. I mean, like, I don't know what the problem is. You should be able to sell these things left and right.
Bad marketing.
Bad marketing. But delicious product, bad marketing.
But now we're kind of like your marketing in a way. So you see, I'm not saying we're bad, but I know that I try to get as many people to buy it as possible.
It's bad marketing on our end, not anybody else's end. We should really have a website up and running, which we don't. We're trying to save up enough money to get our license, and then we'll worry about everything after that. So once the license comes, then we're fully legal to sell anywhere. And then I'll worry about expanding.
What's the next step when that happens? What are you going to do?
how long till you get the license?
Oh, I got to pay the fucking state whatever they want to.
Oh, well, yeah.
I got to pay. Some
Gotta pay the VIG.
inspector has to come and
VIG.
and
Yep.
go look at the kitchen, and I can't be in your kitchen. I can cook baked goods and sell them out of my house, but I can't dehydrate meat. The state has to have a stamp on it.
Really?
Yeah,
For dehydrating meat.
because they got to make sure you're using USDA grade meat. You can't be using venison or bison or elk. Which
Yeah, you don't
I
want that elk.
I do. I
chewy.
make venison jerky anyway. It's delicious, but I can't sell it.
What's your favorite jerky out of all of them? Your favorite flavor and the one
My original one, hickory.
hickory, right?
Yeah.
That's the one you liked, right?
Yeah, hickory was the
Hickory,
best.
hickory was good.
That's what I started making when I started making for myself. So that was the first flavor ever made.
Did you think you'd be where you are right now, or is it you're behind where you want to be right now?
I'm a little behind. like I said, no fault of my own.
Well,
It is
things
what it
get-
is.
Yeah, listen, you got to work through the process, right?
And with the holidays coming, I got to worry about. I got kids. I got to
Well,
worry
you
about
got to
making
worry
sure my
about kids. No, I know.
I got to worry about make sure my kids get Christmas gifts and prepare for all that. I do a lot of traveling in December, back and forth to upstate. So it's
We need investors in the
Yeah.
walking.
Need some investors.
we've gotten offers for investors, and it's not our. I want to do it on my own. I don't want to owe anybody money. I don't want anybody having any say in what I do.
You want no pressure. You want jerky when you want jerky. And
I
if
just
there's
don't
no
want a- I
jerky,
don't
you
want a
don't want to have
boss.
to worry about Monday morning.
you don't
I
getting
don't.
jerky.
I don't want a boss. I don't want to have to answer to somebody if production's down or something goes
No,
wrong.
I'm saying
like,
it's like a hobby sideline kind of thing you're doing, and
Yep, but it's a
the
great,
moment.
but it's a
At the
great
moment.
one.
At the moment.
I've heard from other comics and people that know you, same thing, that your jerky is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I know it is, and we need to get it out. I got a guy to tell it to me the other day. He goes, "What's going on with that jerky guy?" I go, all I know is he's doing a new batch, and he's telling me when it's coming in, and he goes, "How can I get some?" I go, "Why?" He goes, "I want to invest." I said, "Most do." What do you got there?
Well, we
What,
can
did you
get-
bring us
Want a
any
beer?
for us?
Want a beer?
Yeah, I want a beer.
we can get the next door, which is now not unoccupied. We can use that as the jerky cafe.
Anybody else?
Want a beer, Bob?
No, no, thanks.
I'm good for now.
Cheers.
I may have one in a little bit.
Thank you.
Solange.
Cheers. Da-da-da. All right, so why don't we get a couple investors for this jerky?
He's not looking for that.
He doesn't want investors. He doesn't want a boss.
I think if it came from us,
You got to remember, I have a business partner.
oh, who cares about him?
yeah, he's not important.
No.
Grouse
really
can raise
need-
about 1,500 in 4 months.
Nice.
Yeah, if that helps.
2,000. You know what?
Nice.
Why do you guys say that?
Because it's a fact.
I could raise 2,000
Where's the 2,000?
after expenses. It came to 1,560 after expense. I raised 2,000
Okay,
can
but you
all
have to take
defensive.
it to. You got to take the expenses into account.
because I really didn't want to go crazy. Bye,
thanks for
bye,
stopping
Professor
by.
Vinny. Take care.
See you later,
Nice
Vinny.
seeing you.
We're
Have a nice
We're
evening.
going to end without you.
Yeah, stay well. I hope you. Hey, listen. Send pictures, huh? He's going with his girl. Young love.
weirdo.
You know what? Yeah. What did you say?
I said you're a weirdo.
Beyond that.
Give me some music brought up.
yes.
All right.
I
Well,
watched Rudolph before.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you watch Rudolph at all this year?
I haven't seen.
I haven't
Rudolph.
Oh,
seen
Rudolph
Rudolph.
was great. Said, I'm cute. Love it. And Yukon Cornelius?
Oh, he's the best.
Yes.
nothing.
That's it. That's us.
Rumbles, bounds.
I love.
Yeah. I watched this movie last night while I was doing my overnight. I had this on, I put it on my phone. This movie called "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear." It was with Mickey Rooney, and he played a guy who, actually, in the beginning of the movie, dies of a heart attack, but he wants to spend Christmas in New York with his grandson. So they leave California. He wants to leave California and go spend it, but he can't. So he goes up to the pearly gates, and he's dead. And they're saying, you got to go through the gates, got to go through the gates. And he's talking to the people up, there's the people in charge, which really blows my mind is why a ghost would need a gate to go through. I think maybe some people we know can explain that to us. But,
Can you just float over the
yeah,
gate?
you just fly over the gate. But you're standing in line like you're at 7-Eleven, But anyway, so he goes,
Typical
listen.
portrayal of heaven, I guess.
Yeah, typical with the pearly
Yeah,
gates.
right.
A line of about 20 people long, And it's miserable, like a great adventure. You
What do,
stand.
what do you think they do? They just come up to the pearly gates and they got like a thing that, "Brr, you're good." They go through, "Brr," you go down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's stupid.
Hey,
So,
can
but
somebody
anyway,
let somebody know we're out of
that's
French
what
vanilla?
people's concept of it is there's a gate in the middle of nowhere, so there's no fence along the way. It's just a gate, But so he's standing, he's waiting, and he goes, "Listen." He's talking to somebody who's symbolic of St. Peter, and he goes, "I need to go back and spend the Christmas with my grandson in New York. We had this trip planned." So they send him back.
Oh my.
Oh, that's all you have to do is ask.
Yeah, I was going to come back for a weekend sometime when I go, but I'll go better than New York. But anyway, so he comes back, and he's got to look for this other angel
Okay.
that was sent back to bring back Christmas spirit,
Okay.
which is starting to sound a little like the movie Elf,
Yep.
right?
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Scrooge, but okay.
Yeah.
Got my elf shirt on.
So check this out now. The movie
Love that movie.
ends. Now he finally finds this elf, And his job now is to bring Christmas spirit back. And guess how you bring the Christmas spirit back? By singing Christmas carols in the park. So here's a movie who came out in
Come
1984, and they're doing the same thing that Elf did in 2003. All right? Come on.
So no creativity at all.
No.
Sing loud and clear for all to hear.
This is a very unpopular opinion, but I fucking hate Christmas.
Really?
That's an unpopular.
What?
That's just,
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Wow.
you
That's
just,
fuck this holiday.
you just bagged the whole thing.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
It's a corporate holiday.
no.
So, folks
yes,
at
it is.
home, if you're looking for that perfect Christmas gift, buy a pound of beef jerky from I Hate Christmas McDonald's.
He's right. He's right. You know how much sales are going to go down?
we know
you
that.
have to embrace
I
it.
mean,
You have to embrace it.
All those investors, he hates Christmas.
I appreciate the getting together with the family, watching the kids smile. You know, the easy travel. What I don't like is everything building up to it. Everybody's fucking an asshole. Nobody's fucking happy. They're all fucking grumpy and pissed off. You can't go through a store without somebody trying to fucking run you over or run you off the road. God, fuck Black Friday. How many people fucking die on that day every year?
Well, I got my Instagram clip. Thank
Wait
you.
a minute.
Thank you, Justin. I
Wait a
appreciate
minute.
this year.
Wait a minute.
I didn't hear.
This is what that movie was all about. This is exactly the attitude that everybody had in the movie.
Right. Exactly.
And Mickey Rooney's like, there's still time. We can still save it. We can save Christmas.
Yeah.
You just
Mickey
gotta
Rooney,
care.
You got to spread cheer for all to hear.
Fuck Mickey Rooney too.
So anyway, the way it ends is he brings back Christmas cheer and everybody's happy and it works out well. And he goes on a little horse and buggy ride with his grandson. And as they're trotting away,
He dies.
he passes away.
I'm sure back in 1935,
That's
nobody
terrible.
saw
No,
that
it wasn't
coming.
1935. It was 1984.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming.
Yeah. He's just like this.
Oh,
So you think?
I think I've seen that movie.
Creators of Elf did a little plagiarizing.
Because they knew that movie wasn't a very successful one and that nobody might ever see
Well,
it again. But I looked it up because I remember seeing it when I was, back in the bar days.
when you didn't have a
Show me an
goatee?
original Hollywood movie, and
The
I'll show you
bar
10
days.
knockoffs.
Well, the whole concept, the whole Scrooge
There's no more
concept,
originality.
the whole Scrooge concept of being a mean, miserly old person and turning into a good person and becoming generous at the end is done over and over and over again.
Oh, I'm a
It
good
is.
person and I'm generous. I just fucking I don't like people to begin with, and
I hate
Christmas-
everybody.
Christmas makes them worse.
Me and my daughter say this all the time. Every time we talk to people, we go, "I hate everybody. I just hate everybody."
See, now I got to tell you something.
People-
let
people
me
are
get.
horrible. That's the problem.
Hold on a minute. Let me say hello to everybody because they're
Gotta be
talking
nice
about
to
they're
people.
talking about you. Bonnie Scalisi. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? Good luck on the show
Hey, Bonnie.
over at Govs Radio. I'm proud of you with Michelle and everything else. Good job. Share the show. I know you just did. Joan Kruppe Asher, we love you. Chris Smith, Bonnie Scalisi, Joan Kruppe Asher, Greg DiFilippo, my man out in Tampa, sharing us in Australia tonight, saying hello, mate. Happy December coming from our man Vinny Barone. And Bonnie says, I'm banned from going live. Can anyone see me? Is there anybody out there? And that's
Anybody
it.
out there?
Lou Ferriolo giving me only 3 fingers tonight. Vinny Barone saying hello. And good evening, Limo Talk from Ann Rothie. Our regulars are in.
Do you
right.
know for a fact that guy's from Australia, or did you just assume so? 'cause he
No,
said mate?
DiFilippo actually called me tonight and said, I said to him as I'm coming here, I go, where can you put us tonight? He goes, well, let's go to Australia tonight, and he's going to pick somewhere else. So he's doing a lot for us. We get get some really good
That's good.
viewership
That's
from
what's
him.
up. I like
that's
to hear
what's
that.
up, you know?
I like to hear that.
I'll show you something later on. You go to the radio of our area. Shows are doing a couple of hundred, 3, 4, and then you come
you look at ours.
and then you look at ours, 1,900,
Nice.
2,000, and then you look at this one
We are
guy.
in 4 digits here.
And then there's Steve, who's got a show here on Wednesday nights. He's in the 20,000 range, but I
But I think he's buying
Listen.
his views.
yeah, there you go,
I
Dan.
think he's
How are
buying.
you, Dan?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Pizza Man's back.
I'm doing my own programs.
I know.
Over at Farmingdale in the middle of the street.
You're in the Bronx now.
I'm the man in the Bronx. You know.
Justin used to hang out. You used to know the Pizza Man,
I
right?
know.
That's-
He got the walking stick, the jerky. You know, and put my pizza to shame and
Put some jerky on the pizza.
jerky pizza.
Jerky pizza.
Well,
yeah.
this is awesome. This Dale's logo on here. This
Yes.
limo talk, now I got to pay you, right? What do I owe you? I get a discount.
$1,100.
We'll talk off the
We'll
air.
talk about that
Oh,
later.
you got a big discount. I only charge you for what I do for my starting rate.
Okay.
I didn't charge you for anything else.
You know what? You're here now, so let's get this out of the way. So, Joe Pontillo says Bobby Inns and Anthony. Joe
Pontillo!
Joe Pontillo.
He's
Joe
doing
Pontillo
awesome.
forgot my name.
He knows. No, he knows who. And those other guys. That's
And those other
that's
guys.
Justin McDonald, comedian, and this is my board up, Richard Zarelli. All right, here's the deal. Can you do the show April 12th?
I can't figure out what I'm doing January 12th. You want me to talk about April 12th?
Yes.
Wow.
April
What-
12th.
what-
Well, it was supposed to be
Oh,
April 5th.
let me look
but
at my
Pontillo's in
calendar, my
India.
planner.
Yeah, look in your planner.
no, but-
Pontillo.
Oh, you talking
can
about
you
a
do
show
April
at
12th?
MERS?
Can you do April 12th?
No,
Are you
they're in,
talking about a show
they're
at
in Cortland
MERS?
that weekend.
Dude, then I
Are you
can't.
talking about a show at MERS?
Yes.
Yes.
I was doing it at the 22nd or the 29th in March, but board up can't go because he's got to go watch 19.975 pitch in Cortland. So then he says,
I told you you can have that. I would love to be there, but don't
April
revolve it
12th.
around
so
me.
April 5th
Is a-
you
is
said
a
you
Saturday.
Could, is a Saturday, yes. April 12th.
That might be Easter.
Is that Easter? Oh, dude.
No, it's Palm Sunday that weekend.
Yeah, I'm saying it's right. You're falling into Easter with that.
Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
What are you going to say about Palm Sunday now? Not a,
No,
not a,
he
not
hates
a-
Palm
not
Sunday.
a
He's not a big
corporate
Palm Sunday
generated.
fan
That's
either.
another
He hates the
corporate
whole-
generated fucking.
He hates the whole
Right.
build-up to Easter.
The whole thing with the palms
When me and my
and the
people,
eggs.
when me and my people were younger, we used to celebrate Palm
the
Sunday by
bunnies.
slapping each other in the face.
That's a good Palm.
Palm
Really?
Sunday.
I'll tell you what people on my blog did on
Yeah.
Palm Sunday.
I can see why you don't like holidays.
All right, so can you, dude? So then you could do the. Can you do? I want Pontillo to be there. Pontillo, I want him there. You are.
I think in this
Are you
with,
gonna
with this kind of advance notice, we can get Palm Sunday Pontillo.
All right, so Palm Sunday Pontillo. You want to come out of retirement and do anything at the MERS or not really?
Well, then you
When
can
is
do
it?
it
April
the
12th?
April 12th.
I got to get back to you. My mother's birthday is the 11th, so
You're done. Forget about it. I'm not asking you. You're gonna back out on me 2 days before,
Like
you
everyone
did.
else.
Like yeah.
no. Well, last time I just fucking. It was my son's birthday, and I completely forgot.
No, he made his son choose. He goes, "What do you want to do?"
Wow.
And he said, "Dad, I want to do this weekend." Calls me up. He goes, "You can't. I can't do the show." And I'm not dealing with it no more. I'm not dealing with everybody telling me no.
Listen, teenagers are hard to deal with.
It's Pontillo, Steven Rocco, and Larry Izzo right now, and Stevie GB. I asked Stevie GB, and Stevie GB's coming out.
Who's CBGB?
Yeah, Stevie GB's coming out of retirement.
Not to be
I
confused
get
with
that time for that
CBGB.
now.
Can you do the 12th?
Love that.
So you can do the 12th, but you can't do the 12th there. Brought up?
No, probably not. But like I said, you do it any weekend you want.
Okay.
Whatever works.
All right.
So
Little
you
fun
know.
fact.
anyway, if anybody wants, well done. Just if you want to tune into, it came upon a midnight clear.
That's the name of the movie?
It's a good movie. It was a good movie.
What were you saying, sir?
that's off my family's property. That stick.
This stick is off your family's property.
Yeah, it's cedar.
Wow.
Now, how long did it take you to put it in this
Shape.
Yeah.
Can I see?
It's fantastic.
I can do that in a day.
Now, how much wood did you use to have to? I'm shocked. What did you do?
No, I foraged that from off my family's property. So the size it is the size it was. I had to take the bark off and everything and shave it down.
So this
and
shape
sand
and
it
handle
down.
was here.
That's bark. Yeah, we sanded it down, made it all smooth,
Oh, you kinda
and
like-
then blended
Right.
it in with the rest of the stick. This is what takes.
It's almost like leaving
Forever.
a little of the white peel when you do an orange.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
leaving it on there.
It's
So
awesome.
My
you
analogy's
make
good.
these like grooves for a
Happy with
grip.
me?
Well, that's the way the bark was.
Oh, that's the way the bark
That's
was.
the way the bark was. So we only sanded
Oh.
it down to get it so it was a smooth but we like to leave like the bump. It's a grip, almost like a
Yeah,
grip. With the
right, that's
bumps,
what I
yeah.
mean. I thought you kind of made it like that, but I didn't realize that was the natural.
It's the Adirondack Walking Stick Company on Facebook.
This thing is great.
Or Justin McDonald,
Yep.
comedian Justin McDonald. You can find him at any, on Facebook and Instagram and everything else.
And at any holiday store nearby,
Yes.
he's probably there purchasing all kinds of favors to bring home for the joy that he feels at
joy he
Christmas
believes
Eve.
in the holiday season.
Yes.
There's no time to enjoy it.
See,
F
you're
this
the type
holiday.
of guy that we should you fall asleep one night and hopefully, you wake up the next morning, you have holiday cheer.
Yeah, 3 ghosts are going to visit you tonight.
Well, how am I gonna have holiday cheer when on Christmas Day I got to travel 120 miles north,
Wait a minute. Why?
and then I got to come back the same fucking day?
You do that?
Yep, every year.
Where do you go?
I
Where
go
you
to I go to Orange County, which was just on fire for a few weeks, Warwick, New York, I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, I
Wow,
saw
fires.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I know
my
that is.
some of my family lives there.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh wow.
Did your family get affected by the?
They're not that close to Greenwood Lake. I mean, it's within 10, 15-minute driving distance, but they're not like right there. And plus, Greenwood Lake it's half New York, half Jersey. So I think both sides.
And so how long a
on
ride
fire.
to get there?
About an hour and a half.
It's like me and
No
Staten
traffic
terrible.
hour
It's
and a
like
half.
me and Staten
Yeah.
Island on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
no traffic, right?
Because we're going to
2
like,
hours for
2
me.
hours, man.
2 hours.
And you know what? We made it. We made it to the Belt Parkway in 40 minutes, and from the fucking belt, the belt right, the exit before the Verrazano to get over the Verrazano was another 45 minutes. It was the worst.
Yeah,
I
trying to get
I
off
can't
this
even
island
believe you
is
stayed there.
ridiculous.
It's traveling in New York is just it sucks.
When I go to the Adirondacks, I leave at 4:35 o'clock in the morning, so I can just get through the Bronx. Take
Yeah,
me
'cause you
15
just-
minutes to get through the Bronx.
Right.
You speed right through,
And then
right?
I got another four hours to go before I get there. So I don't want to sit on the island for 2 hours
Now,
just to try getting off.
You got two you got one kid?
2 kids,
You got 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
How old are they?
14 and 6.
So how's that go in the car when they're sitting there for?
We just,
What's that like?
Believe it or not, we just upgraded to a third row car because of that.
What kind
Well,
of?
that's called
Yeah,
a,
you
that's
got
called
Separation.
a U-Haul.
Yeah. No,
You put that little hitch on the back and you put them in there.
yeah. And we got a Palisade, so
Bonnie Scalisi says you were the first podcast she ever did.
that is true.
That was what was the name of that podcast? I like that podcast.
It started off as the No Good Struggle podcast, which was actually pretty. It was listened to. I get
You
5,000
did very
6,000
well.
views. With
You did
that
very
one.
well.
And then I teamed up with. I stopped doing. That's when I was doing one-on-ones with comedians, and then you miss 2 or 3 shows, you know what happens. So I had to reinvent myself, and that's what that's what I called Jan and Emily in, and we started doing it with them, and that was 2 Men and Half a Lady.
And now Emily is here.
Yep.
Emily is doing a See You Next Tuesday show on
Yep.
on Tuesday nights with just the liberal Democrats of Kathy Arnold and her and Carla Okeson. And oh my God, the subjects that come out of their mouths.
I feel like I could bring my podcast back anytime I wanted to. I have all the physical equipment to do it, and to stream online. I have all that. So it's just trying to book. Trying to book people is a fucking pain in the ass. And at least you have 2 other people.
That's why they're
when
here.
It was just me.
Just holding this stick makes me want to walk.
Nice. Thank you.
It does. It's a
And,
nice, like, just lean
I
on it.
feel like walking now.
My cousin
I'll
in
be back.
England. My cousin in England was doing some of the remastering for me, and she was like, "You're the Joe Rogan in New York." She's like, "That's where you're gonna be," and then I fucked it up.
Listen,
like
we're
everything else.
going on to 14.
I am great at fucking things up.
We're going. Well, no, I don't think so. I think you're actually great at making things happen. You made
Because
that stick
sometimes
happen.
good things can happen.
Yeah.
The ingredients are there.
Yeah.
And you can fuck it up. But you can also regroup and do it over.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
still young.
No,
You
I'm
want
not
to do
that
another
young.
podcast? You should come here. He'll take care of you. He'll give you a discount.
Why would I do that when I can do it for free in my house?
That's true too.
I have everything here.
Well, because
It's not a
I
routing
have
endorsement.
a room that I dedicated to it. It was, had a green screen and everything.
you should go. Hey,
Do
listen.
you have to take your shoes off?
No, absolutely not.
yeah, we
Yeah,
have
we
to take
took
our
our
we
shoes
shoes
off.
smoke. We smoke weed in there. Fucking
Oh.
drinking beers
Wow.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nicole's, we couldn't do any of that.
I
stuff.
almost
nothing
slipped
like
down
that.
his stairs about 5 different times.
Yeah.
We have to. We had
Take
so
your shoes off.
When
Wait, take
Gums
the
got
shoes
rid
off,
when
the
Gums got rid of
shiny
us, when Gums
stairs.
got rid of us, we were 2 weeks in. I'm like, where the hell are we gonna go? And Nicolia was trying to move a podcast studio. He had Roach and he had Ziegler and all those guys doing stuff out of there. He's like, come do it out there. We were there for about a year.
Then we got accused of stealing his chalices, and we weren't there anymore.
Right. and then we
Yeah, we
left.
gotta, well, 2 things he wanted: for us to take our shoes off,
Which we did.
which we did
Every single time.
And the other thing was, don't steal anything. And one day out of nowhere, I guess he was freaking out. He's like, called me out of nowhere. Where the fuck am I? I'm like, what are you talking about? I made.
I know this story.
Yeah. It's a
For
true
some
reason.
reason, I feel like I was there.
You were there. You probably were
They
there.
were in his
Dude,
dishwasher.
we were all together. We're sitting there. And I'm
Found
going,
him in the dishwasher.
And he said, Bobby goes, why don't you go look?
Look in the
Look in
dishwasher.
the
Last place he
dishwasher.
looked.
And you want to know something? They were in the dishwasher. But he accused us, and I love him.
It was
and
an
I
out.
would treat him like gold. And for him to say it to us, I think that was just an excuse for him to get rid of us. He wanted us out of there. And then we came here, and now we're here. We're going into our 3rd year this March.
I noticed
Nice.
a roll of toilet paper is missing from the bathroom. Anybody steal a roll of toilet? No, who the fuck wants your toilet paper? Well, you guys are out of here. You know, that's what it was.
Yeah.
One of those.
What is it, an industrial sized toilet paper?
Yeah, it was
you
big.
know, the big
Dude, I
fucking
take
roll.
his
It was
clothes.
big.
I take his clothes off the floor and put it in a basket. I
was a
made
lot of
sure.
tile in that
I
bathroom.
made sure that basement when I got there. I do it here. I clean after the next show. There was a show before us. They come here. I clean it.
It has nothing to do with anything except for the fact he's so stoned. He needs to do something.
No, that's not true. It's respect. When we were at 90W, we used to come into the studio, and the radio chick used to be a slob.
Radio
The
chick.
radio chick and Chuck Nice.
I used to
So
love
we
the
used to
radio
walk
chick.
into the studio, and there'd be shit all
Look
over the
at him
place.
dropping fucking names.
Well, I'm telling you,
I used to like the
Shamelessly.
radio chick.
Shamelessly.
Well,
She was
and
good.
Like
that's-
if I called the radio chick right now and said, "Do you know Anthony Graziadei?" She'd be like,
no, Chuck Nice knows who I am. The radio chick knows
Chuck
who
Nice. I
I
don't know
am.
who Chuck Nice is.
He's a
Nice.
comedian.
He was okay.
So what we like,
Not great.
out of respect, I try to keep it clean. That's the way I've always been.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm not picking up another man's
that's the way
clothes.
he's always been.
I
always
have
been.
been that way.
Oh,
always.
That's
Listen,
the way
That-
I've always
that's the way he rolls.
been.
Time out.
I don't like picking up my teenager's clothes.
Yeah,
I
right?
ain't touching another man's
Wait a
fucking
minute.
clothes.
He can attest this. At WGBB when Trev was there,
Beep, 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 beep.
when I got out of there, when you would walk out of there, what would I do? Who was the last person there? Me.
I don't know if I was gone.
I
You
would-
said I left.
Well,
so
no,
what did
you would
do?
get
I
out of
don't
the
know.
studio. I would wipe the studio down. Trev's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "That's just my way."
Trev's
Yes.
like,
I respect. Listen, I respect that. I used to, I used to have a radio
Well, we
show.
do that here.
I had a radio show for 10 years. I was on FM radio.
You were on FM. You were on
WSB.
Yeah, K Rock, right?
No, WSB 90.1 FM.
Who was your favorite over there when you
That's
were
not
doing it?
the Nassau Community College.
Stony Brook.
Stony Brook. Okay.
Stony Brook. Yeah.
You had a great show.
I had a
Hip-hop.
hop show.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Did you like it?
Wow.
Loved it.
You got married.
No. One of our key members died, and everything kind of just fell apart after
Drive
that.
by.
That's what these two.
No,
are.
Sorry to hear
prostate
that.
cancer. He
These
was,
two
he,
are
Oh
hoping
God,
for
I
that.
don't want to make jokes.
he was
Forget it.
he was a veteran, Iraqi veteran, and I think they said he was using the fucking bullets with the uranium in it or whatever it was, and that's how he got it. He was
Holy
only like
fuck.
50 when he died.
That's horrible. I
Oh,
don't wanna
God.
say-
Kids were young.
I got nothing to say after that.
Wow.
Shout out to AC to God. That's what that was. But yeah. And everything kind of just went downhill after that, and vibe wasn't the same. And then they moved the studio, got a much nicer studio, and that just kind of killed it even more because the studio we were in was built in like 1970. It was all, old wood grain, and it just had a vibe. There was a vibe about it. And the new one was just kind of like I walked into WBAB. Like everything was beautiful, nice, clean. I'm like, this doesn't feel like where we're supposed to be. And actually, the show's still on. I'm just not on it.
Why? Why are you just?
My DJ the DJ that I was with still does the show. He does it every Wednesday.
Now, if you wanted to go on, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. I can call him up tomorrow. And be like, I'm coming up Wednesday, and I'll be like, all right, see you
You
then.
bring us
Yeah, he would bring anybody.
and a walking stick.
It's still my show. It's just not my show.
It's like here.
Yeah,
When
it's
I
still-
go, these two are going to continue in limo talk, and
That's like if Johnny Carson walked onto the set of Jimmy Fallon's show and just said, "I'm back from the dead," like Mickey Rooney, and I'm going to do my show.
Yeah, I just don't think it's 12 to 3 in the morning anymore. I think he does 10 to 12 now on 90.1 FM.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Ruckus. He's Richie Ruckus.
Who's the most famous person you met doing it? Who was the biggest dick that you met?
It
Right,
depends. It depends on who you're looking
Which
at. So
one?
I met like a lot of old school cats. Like I met Smith and Wesson. I've also met Papoose.
Wow. Papoose.
Yeah, I met the real Rick Ross, not the rapper, the one that was in jail doing time. We interviewed him on air, which was that was actually pretty cool. Done Chip Fu from the Fooshnickers. I don't know if you remember them.
Chip
It's Chip Fu from the Snickers.
What?
Chip Fu.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was Chip Fu for the
Foo for the Foo
Snickers?
Snickers.
So you remember Shaq had a rap group, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was his rap group.
Chip Fu.
Chip Fu.
That's so
I
great.
met Blase when the East is in the house. Oh my God, I met so many people. I met Sean Price. I met most of boot camp.
Chip Foo. There
Chip
he
Fu.
is.
Yep. Still does music.
Like Hank Aaron.
Still does music.
You miss it?
No.
He already is.
I met Shabam. Met Shabam Sadiq.
Fooshnickens.
I met Mortal Technique. I've met so many guys that at least I idolized when I was younger that it was cool. I felt like I made
One
it.
of my favorites, without question.
Oh my God.
I was spinning those. The chip
So,
foo vibe.
so there's 3 foos that are part of Chip Foo.
No, it's the
Oh, no,
Fushnickers.
the Fushnickens was composed of Chip Foo,
Fucking food
Mock
chickens.
Foo,
Say this with a straight face.
and Pack Foo.
Yeah, and Shaq was part of that one big
Chip,
song.
Pack,
they had.
and Mock.
Yeah.
Mock Foo, am I saying that right? M-O-C? F-U?
I would think so. I don't remember his.
Joe Jones?
Listen, I met him.
So,
I don't
so
remember
our
the guy.
resident guy that gives me the finger all the time says, "So this guy has met no one famous." What he
Oh,
said.
that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. These are very.
Yeah, but you see, there's another.
It also.
Why would you read that to him?
Because it's.
I don't care.
It's
Fuck
him.
Tell him he's-
Fuck that guy. I don't fucking
Yeah,
care. I don't care
exactly.
what he
That's
thinks.
why I
Who
said it.
cares?
I don't fucking care what he
It's
thinks.
in the middle of a story. You gotta read.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I met most of boot camp. I met some
They're out of Flatbush.
Wu Tang affiliates, not Wu Tang members, but yeah, I met people who I idolized. I listened to a lot of underground hip hop when I was younger. You know, so I met a lot of people that I idolized.
Wong Fu, they made a
Like-
great Chinese.
Yes,
That,
yes.
that came to my house. Wong Fu.
I didn't listen to commercial hip hop. I didn't listen to Jay-Z or Biggie or
Right.
Tupac. I did, but I didn't. But I never got into it. I thought it was all.
Like deep cuts. You know, you like it.
Well, you like...
I like underground.
no, you like
shit that people,
off-market
that
kinda-
people
yeah.
don't get to normally hear.
Not mainstream
Stretch and Bobbito.
music.
I used to listen to Stretch and Bobbito and yeah.
Stretching my
What
libido.
about
Stretch
Basil
and Bobby,
Fomine?
Huh?
Little Jack Little and Toy Piano.
Yeah, I know.
Basil Fomine.
I know who that is. Yeah.
Who is that?
Honeymooners.
How do you know? How does it? Wait a minute.
There's a really good band down there, the Knights of Columbus. Little Jack Little and his toy piano. Don't forget Basil Fomine.
How do you remember that stuff? Oh my God.
Then I look these people up and they do exist.
That's what Zarelli's doing.
They're out there.
Basil Fomine.
So I thought you were going to wait outside and not come in, but Shelby May, the psychic medium who's supposed to come on this week, is coming on next week. So she's going to come in here. I want to know if this place is haunted when she walks in.
Nothing's haunted.
It's not haunted. This was a rub and tug. I mean, it's nothing but happiness here.
That's a shame.
What's a shame? That this was a rub and tug and now it's a studio?
No, that she didn't. That she couldn't show up today.
Why? Would you have, are you a believer in any of this
Comfortable
stuff?
to hold.
Yeah, but psychics can't read my mind.
Okay. All right.
They would have picked up on the fact that you really don't like Christmas.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's for sure.
had a woman. I had a woman when I was younger try to do the reading for me, and she kept telling me I'm blocking her. You're blocking me. You're blocking me.
You're blocking.
Yeah.
Tito, you're blocking.
To them, that means you have psychic ability, but you've never tapped into it.
Well, they told me I was blocking.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. If
Yeah,
they
but
tell
you
you
were cock blocking.
I love that. When never mind. Goes up to the girl came in. She's coming for a slice of pizza, and this guy, he jumps in front. He cock blocked her. I'm like, the girl's 12. You just said this. He cock blocked her.
I don't think that that's the proper use of that.
Oh, that's
term.
what he says. That's what he,
I don't think
he uses it for everything.
I'm not familiar with that
you know.
term.
It's not as bad as my 14-year-old cock blocking me
What? Why does that happen?
because he doesn't go to fucking sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Go to bed.
You're married,
Go to
right?
sleep. I'm married.
How long are you married now?
13 years.
All right.
13 years.
Kid's 14.
Kid's 14. He's almost 6 feet tall. He's a goddamn monster.
Good for him.
How old are they? How old's the youngest one? I'm sorry. I didn't catch-
6.
Six. Oh,
You know,
recent.
You know what people say to me all the time?
14
I
and
go-
6.
I go, I got 5
Not for
kids.
lack of trying. We were trying to have
Yeah,
like 2,
that's-
3 years apart. It just didn't work out. And then we bought our house.
And now
She
they-
got pregnant a month later.
What were you saying?
People always do this to me. They go, I got 5 kids. They go, same,
Well, yeah, because it's not. That's not.
Right.
It's
to
not
have
as
5
common
kids
now. It's
is-
not
right.
as common now to have the same, parents.
I should have 5. 5 different moms.
Well, they probably think 2 minimum,
That's
2 minimum,
on.
maybe 3.
It's like a lease on a car. It just expires and you go on to the next.
You guys are nuts.
Yeah.
You got a
never know.
messed up mind.
Oh, I'm fucked up.
You are messed
Yeah,
up.
I'm fucked
You
up.
know, you're more fucked up than get disturbed.
Yeah.
Well, he
I
came in
know.
saying he hates Christmas.
I know.
But I'm I'm disturbed. I have these fucking same thoughts.
See?
'Cause I think people blow. I think people fucking suck.
They
For
do.
the most part.
They do.
They
My
fucking
father- I told
do.
you this. My father
They
told
do.
me this a long time ago, and he said this to me.
Hold on a minute. His
I know.
his mic's making noise.
It's me talking.
No,
No, it's crackling. It's crackling.
you can hear it crackling. Bobby's mic. Look, your buddy. Bobby's mic is out from Greg DiFilippo. Thank you, Greg.
Try that.
Close.
Yeah.
Is that
No.
better?
It's Bobby's.
Yeah. Oh, come underneath, baby.
Nobody underneath.
Come here, baby. Come on, with your new glasses.
down by the. Wait,
Mike,
hold on.
Mike, come on, baby. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check now.
Hi, we're coming to you from Paradise Studios in Massapequa.
I think that's working.
Lou Ferriero said perfect. Yeah. Good job,
Yes.
Bob Lucera.
Thanks, Bob
Sicko
Lucera.
Merchandising, Strong Arm TV, Strong Arm.
Just walk right in front of the camera, why don't you?
My father used to sit there with a cigarette, right? He'd sit down in the living room. I'd walk in and that ice cube tray would be next to the sink, you know, and I'd be like, oh, he's drinking because he snapped that ice cube tray and he'd take about 5 cubes out and he'd put them in the glass and the tray would be melting with ice, you know, it's just like melting. And I'm like, oh, he's drinking. So I go inside and he'd be like, where were you tonight? I go, I was hanging out with some friends. He goes, friends? There's nobody that's your friend. I'd be like, really? He goes, remember something. You heard this from me. People, for the most part, are shit.
See, now you know how hard he is.
Yeah.
They suck.
And then he goes, they are users and they suck. And they're no good.
Worthless
And they're
pieces.
shit. And people are shit.
And now get me a couple more ice
Yeah,
cubes.
and he'd be like, did you see the tray by the door? All right, yeah, make me another scotch. All right, you put it down. You go, have one. Have a scotch.
No, he
I'm
did
like,
not.
Dad, I'm 14. No, all right, beer. So anyway, but remember, if you make one good friend in your whole life, you've done great.
Blessed.
You've done great.
Yep.
He goes, but everybody else, they're all shit. And that's the philosophy I grew up with.
I have to say that
Thanks, Dad.
the group of friends that I
Appreciate
grew
it.
up with, junior high school to high school, actually still we're all still friends. We all still hang out.
So how many friends do you have from elementary school that you're friends with? That's
Elementary school's hard because I moved around a lot.
all right, but I was told by my father, if you go through life with 2 friends from elementary
got
school,
2.
yeah, you're blessed. If
Well, I'm not saying that he was right. I'm just saying it was funny.
Yeah.
And it's what he
Right.
used to say, and that's what he kind of believed. But I have a lot of people I'm still friends with from school.
from elementary school,
Elementary school. What, you gonna one up me? You gonna 1 grade up me? First grade, second grade, kindergarten? What do you got? What do you got?
Pre-K?
Pre-K.
We got nursery school? Were you a drooling?
I know you have. No, I know he has a
a.
lot of friends still from high school.
I mean,
stuff.
I see people all the time.
I'd
that
say
I'm
one from elementary.
you
I have.
you
I have one that I still talk to every once in a while. Yeah,
okay. I have a couple still.
I think they have
but
no
my
choice.
my main group of friends from junior high school and high school, we all stuck together after.
If given the
school.
opportunity, they'd probably flee.
You're not a nice person,
No, I'm not.
and
People,
you're not
for the most part, are
and you're
shit.
not nice to me.
They're really not. People
You're a
suck.
bit. You're like your father, you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that because he was right.
Because he's not right. It's the same thing like this guy walking in here going, fuck
But
Christmas.
my father loved
Yeah, but see,
Christmas.
I wouldn't know if I'm like my father.
Why? You didn't have no. Oh,
Is this show getting sad now?
No, my parents got divorced when I was 2.
Oh, okay.
My dad moved upstate.
Was it your
so-
fault?
Yeah, definitely.
Was it your fault?
Definitely my fault.
Yeah, it's like, you know why we got divorced, right? No, you didn't get along. No, it's because of you. Because you came
That's,
around.
well, that's
You came around.
definitely why my mom's second husband left. It was definitely me.
This guy who have a baby and she's cock blocking me over here. Fuck this guy. Fuck
won't
this
go to
baby.
bed.
Cock block.
Kid would never go to sleep.
He didn't know for 20 years
Never.
why his nickname was CB.
There you go. I
He
like
thought it
that.
meant cool boy.
Yeah, cool boy. You know, cock block. Fucking guy.
CB.
CB. It's so good.
CB McDonald.
That's good.
How is that? How is that growing up without your father around?
His mother.
Your mo-
Wait a minute, who left? Your mother or your father?
My father.
His father.
Yeah,
Moved
he
upstate.
moved upstate. I mean, I saw him every
Did you
couple
see
weeks.
him? Okay.
Yeah, I saw him every couple weeks, but it was for Friday night, Saturday, go home Sunday.
For an hour in the day?
No. My dad, I did a lot of things with my dad when he could. You know, he took me on vacation. He would send me to basketball camp. He did what he could, but a lot of it felt like it was more like him just trying to. I'm going to take you and send you here.
Is he still
Did
alive?
Yeah, we actually have a very good relationship.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Did he have visiting rights where you went up to and saw him with plexiglass and a phone?
No. No. Yes.
Get me the fuck out of here, CB! Come on!
Oh my God!
Jeez.
All right, so you
Is
have a
that where
good
he
relationship
moved
with
to?
him now.
Yeah.
Moved to. Let me guess. Ossining? Is that the name of the town he moved to?
I was always worried about that with
Paltz.
my oldest because my oldest was
Paltz.
with my oldest was-
Incarceration?
no,
SUNY New
no,
Paltz.
not incarceration. I was always worried about that because I always wanted to be close with my oldest.
Yeah,
and
it
my
did happen.
oldest. No, I am close with my oldest, but I didn't think it was going to happen that way at one point. I thought because you know how it is with divorces and everything
He
else.
saw, he saw the real you.
You better stop.
Me and my father stopped speaking.
Fucking guy.
Me and my father stopped speaking from 16 to like 30.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking 14 years. You
Well, he
long.
did that,
yeah,
man.
that's a
See how
long
fast
time.
he
Yeah.
fucking did that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
my middle
Without a
brother at the time
calculator.
was
Holy
14.
shit.
Was 14 when we stopped talking. I was.
See, and that's a tough
no,
age
sorry.
to stop talking to him.
No, my middle brother at the time, he's 14 years younger than me, so he was 2.
My father hasn't spoken to me in 42 years.
And I think
He
we had,
hasn't been alive
we had a
for
break in
42
between. We had a break in
Irrelevant.
between there where we spoke for a little while, and then it just we didn't speak again. It was for a very long time. And then when my son was born, I wanted to make sure my son had grandparents. You know, so I
Right.
made amends, and we have a very good relationship now.
See, which
So-
is
Well,
good.
it's good.
Yeah.
That's
That's-
good
that
because
I
you
like
didn't-
to hear.
You initiated the change in what happened, and you're better off for it now.
Well, that's
Is he
because
still-
that's because fucking boomers won't do it.
Does he still live upstate and everything?
Yeah.
That's where you guys go for the holidays, right? Or no?
Well, most of that side of the family all lives upstate, so I got to do multiple different visits.
Is that your
multiple stops?
wife's side of the family?
No, my wife's side of the family's in Mexico.
Well, that makes it easy. Do you go see them for Christmas?
Her immediate family's here, but no, it's my family. No, I've never been to Mexico. Plan
Really?
on going to Mexico.
Holy shit! And the family's there. They'll probably treat you like gold when you go there.
Yeah, and she lives about 2 hours from the
you can make much
the border
shorter.
of Arizona.
You can save a lot on production and to make walking sticks in Mexico much shorter. Much shorter sticks.
That's true.
I still got to cut this
less
shit
wood.
down.
Well, you can make 2 sticks
I
out
have
of
to say,
one.
this is comfortable. Is this the right way to hold it with the slant
Other way.
like this, or the other way?
Yeah, other way was
You ever
how I
seen
was
Jethro
envisioning
Tull?
it.
Come
Because that
on.
would be the front.
Yeah.
The album of Jethro Tull album?
If you look at the brand on the top, whichever way the mountains are pointing is the way you're supposed to hold it.
I did
This,
see the
this
brand.
end up, it says.
Dude,
No,
you got that done in how long?
Yeah.
3 weeks? About a month?
He said one day.
It was a month.
no.
What else
No,
is
it
on
was a
there?
month. I could have probably gotten it done a little quicker, but it was.
Yeah, it's part time. You
Yeah.
got stuff going on. I
Yeah.
know that. Getting you to come here was
And you didn't give me a
those
deadline.
like
Had you told me,
no. I
had
didn't
you
want to.
told me I needed it in 2.5 weeks, it would have gotten done in 2.5 weeks. But you didn't give me a deadline.
But you got to
so-
understand something. I mean this sincerely. You're one of, in my eyes, you're one of my originals. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You were at Gov's Radio. What?
What's all this fancy stuff on top of it?
Oh.
Yeah, like this
That's
is a
that's
very
that's the branding for the company.
right. But what, like, are those teepees? at
That's the
top?
Adirondack Mountains.
Oh, that's the
Is that like a
Adirondacks.
QR
It's
code?
What's
technically
down
it's
below?
technically the view from where we stand on the lake, the beach to the lake to the mountains. Technically.
Oh, so the bottom part here, this is beach.
Yep. And then
Then
where the
lakes.
line is the water,
Right.
and then yeah,
I'm so proud, dude.
And then
so-
mountains.
and the mountains.
really
yeah.
You know what I mean? You've been from the beginning. You were hanging out doing your show at Gov's when this all started, and I'm loyal to you guys. There's a lot of them that don't talk. I don't see Bozy and those guys anymore.
Posey.
I don't
know?
see anybody.
You don't,
so-
you don't see anybody anymore.
No.
Like Mandy Jones, you don't even talk to me no more. I don't even know where she is. You know?
I get every once in a while someone will pop up in my messenger and be like, "Hey, how's it going? You want to do a show or this or that?"
Bonnie Scalisi's doing a show with Felix Restucci at Gov's.
Nice.
She's got they got a cooking show there.
Yeah, I've been on that.
Stutz.
I've been on
Michelle
that.
McDonald was on it this week, and I think John Santos.
Hey, is our cooking show aired?
Our
Larry
cookie
Izzo?
show has not aired yet.
There's not
Larry
there.
There's
Izzo
two
is-
things that haven't aired yet: our cookie show
And our pay-per-view.
and our pay-per-view.
It's
That-
a lost episode.
Nice.
We're going to market it as a lost episode.
We went to Larry
Yeah.
Izzo's 3 weeks ago, and we did a cooking
Cooking
show that
with
he
comics.
does. Cooking with comics.
Great
Had a
time.
Great time. Good guy. You ever met him, Larry Izzo?
Very
I've
hospitable.
shown a few people his
No.
video. They like it.
Yeah, he's very. They're very. Richie's
shared it.
Richie's talented too. Those two guys. He was an exterminator, and now he's gotten into comedy.
Now he's the ex-exterminator.
Yeah, ex-exterminator. He does comedy, and he also does these little clips and everything else.
He does.
Oh,
He
nice.
does song parodies.
So yeah, and I met him. We met him through Bobby, and we've taken a liking to him. He's a good,
Well,
nice.
I've been
a good
friends
guy.
with him, but I know his
girlfriend.
girlfriend slash, I guess, wife
Yeah.
owns L&M Printing in Valley Stream, and they're very, very successful place. And that's how I know her, and that's how I got to meet him.
I do that stuff at home too.
Printing.
My wife does shirts and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a good deal here. He's very generous to us over here. He likes us for some reason. That's because we're popular.
It's a more of a hobby for my wife. You know, if she sees something she likes, she doesn't want to spend $30. Just gonna do it myself,
Yeah.
type of thing. Or kid's birthday party, she'll print up a shirt for the birthday.
Like on the Cricut?
Yeah, on the Cricut. And every fucking accessory that thing has, because I bought all that shit for her,
Right.
expecting for her to we're gonna make money, and
All the accoutrements.
yeah.
We got a guy listens to us on a regular
That's how
basis.
I got those on there. Actually,
Sean
Through the Cricut, the
Sean
Cricut.
Conley. He says, Graz.
Sean Connery.
He's Sean Connolly.
007.
He says, Graz, they should have won today. He's a big Buffalo Bill fan.
I'm a
They
Bills fan
lost?
too. Yeah, we lost by 2 points.
Yeah, he's a beast. 6 total touchdowns for him, and we still lost. Very frustrating.
I watched the Jets.
That was quite a
something.
comeback.
And I thought the Jets looked good today, and
The
yet,
Jets are cursed.
and
They
so
did.
are the Giants. Did you see how the Giants lost?
Listen, at least the Giants won a Super Bowl in the past 20 years.
The Giants got it right back up there.
When was the last time the Jets won? The 60s?
69.
1969.
1969, Joe Namath.
I mean, the Knicks are no better, and I'm a huge Knicks fan, but at least we look good.
You're going to
this
be
year.
good this year.
We were
72.
good last year.
Yeah, but you're going to be better because you got Anthony Towns.
We didn't get injured. They didn't have all those injuries last
We'll
year.
see.
I firmly believe they would have won the championship. They would have beat Boston, and they could have beat them.
You a baseball fan?
No.
No?
No, it's not a sport.
Michael Conforto, I heard, you signed with the Dodgers.
Whoa. Time out.
Wait, time out a second.
Time
Hold on.
out. I'm gonna let you slide on Christmas, but you tell me baseball's not a sport. We got a freaking
Yeah,
problem.
you got guys here that love
No,
baseball.
I'm not even going
got-
to.
No,
You're
we
not-
got a
he's
problem.
not acknowledging you.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you. I just it's not as
Well,
it's
listen,
not
it's
as
not messing
physical
with
as I
me.
would like. It's boring to watch. If you're playing, I'll play anything. You want to play baseball? I'll play baseball with you all day. Anything that I can physically, but I can't watch it.
But it's
It's too
boring.
long. No, fun to play. Just like anything else. I'll play bocce ball. I'm not going to watch it.
Well, there you
I'll,
go.
I'll
I mean,
play darts. You want to play darts?
I
Play
mean,
darts. I'm
it's
not
right
going
up
to
there
watch.
watching bowling. I mean, for crying
Yeah,
out
exactly.
loud, I mean,
But I'll bowl.
but bowling's fun.
But yeah, exactly.
Bowling is fun.
I just don't.
But baseball, I love
I
to
used to
watch,
watch everything.
because you can watch it kind of passively.
You got baseball people pissed at you right now. Lou Ferriello goes, this guy's got to go.
Guys gotta go.
Give him his walking stick.
Yeah.
Dude, baseball, Bobby just made
Well,
an
no,
announcement. I didn't even
you
know.
can tell me it's boring, but you can't tell me it's not a
is
sport.
on the
No,
Dodgers
it's a
now.
sport.
Yeah,
It's a
17
sport.
million a year.
17, somebody
it's
to
just-
throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, it's a sport. I was fucking around with that. I just don't.
Or try and hit a ball.
Yeah. So I'm
There's
throwing
another,
100-mile-an-hour
there's
fastball.
another,
This guy's
there's
gotta
another
go.
task.
Nah, baseball is a very athletic sport. Look at a shortstop. Look at the Francisco Lindor. Look at a second
Well,
baseman.
shortstop has to
Look
be.
at a center fielder.
What about
Look-
the first baseman that's
no,
300
first
pounds and does
baseman.
this?
Over the course of
Yeah,
time, they
well.
have actually revolutionized.
It's evolved.
Thank
It's
you,
evolved. Yes.
Fakir.
Well, just like
It
But
has.
they revolutionized that
Thank you,
position
Keith.
to the point where you have to be very athletic at first. Look how, like Alonso, the weakness shows that he's really not a great first baseman. He's all right. But you look at the difference in like when John Olerud played first for the Mets and the fact that the following year Todd Zeile did. The infield was unbelievable. They were like, this is the best infield ever assembled. He leaves, Todd Zeile's the first baseman, and the same infield, and it's not even close because he saved them so much because he has such a good glove. So that's the same thing with Hernandez, Mattingly, same thing with like Steve Garvey back in the day. You got to be pretty athletic at first base. You can't put the lumbering idiot at first base anymore.
Well,
Steve Garvey, is he-
Football's evolved too. Look at this. Look at the size of these You don't have linebackers that are 350 pounds looking like Refrigerator Perry anymore. These guys are jacked and fast as fuck. And I'm like,
And it
That's-
makes
that's
sense
the
that
world
would
around
be
us.
more successful. You know, it
Well,
makes
any,
sense.
any athlete has evolved.
Soto's
in the
about to
last
get
30 years.
$750 million from either the Yankees or the Mets or the
yeah, I
Red
heard
Sox.
about that.
$750 million, 15 years, $50 million a year.
To play something that's not
To
even
play
a sport.
something that's it's a kid's sport.
That's amazing.
I didn't say it was a kid's sport. I
No,
said
it's a kid's sport.
they're all kids' sports until you go pro.
Right.
They're all kids' sports.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah. Well, you got to start somewhere.
I'm getting a nice little buzz from the shellac on this thing here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It's polyurethane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Share the show, everybody.
Shellac
Give us
is
a
a
like.
funnier word.
Give us a love.
It is.
Please.
Yeah, you choose your
What's the difference
words.
between shellac and polyurethane?
Shellac is the cheapest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, polyurethane is. You know.
I
more
actually
expensive.
have some really old school tongue oil called Waterlocks.
What is tongue oil?
It's saying it does the same thing.
Oh, all right. I thought you'd actually put it on your tongue or something.
No,
Yeah,
it's
this
spelled
thing does
during a,
T-U-N-G.
blowjob.
T-U-N-G.
Or you
T-U-N-G, but it's called Waterlocks, and it'll seal anything. But the problem is it also will take anything off. So, like, I used it once or twice, and I had done a leather wrap on this stick and nailed it, glued it, and I put the Waterlocks on there, and by the next day, the whole leather wrap just got eaten off the stick.
So it's an aggressive form.
You're very aggressive. Yeah. I don't think it's meant to be touched by flesh.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it on the wood.
When my father gave it to me, he's like, try this. And I'm like, you trying to sabotage me with this shit? He's like, I found it in my, I forgot where he found it. His father-in-law's garage or something. I'm like, oh, it's from 1920. I'm like, I'm sure it works great.
Yeah.
Probably asbestos in there too, right?
Yeah.
It said best of used by 1926 on it. You know,
The
so
shellac?
shellac.
How many of those did you do? How many of those do you do in a year? These walking sticks.
It's up to
That
9 or 10
depends.
now.
That
How many-
depends.
What number? You should number them.
Yeah, we spoke about doing
Yeah.
that. We spoke about doing
Put it
that.
on the bottom.
We spoke about doing that. We just never. It was too late because we had already sold, so many. Because we used to do craft fairs.
Well, one.
And when
This
we
is
do the
number
craft
2
fair-
in a series of 11.
The only thing we did that on was we made a miniature Islander stick with a hockey puck, wood hockey puck. That's got the Islanders on front and back. The stick has Islanders on it. We did that one of one because that was the first one we did. And since then, now somebody wants us to make a mini hockey stick. Same thing. I think he's a Rangers fan, though.
Did the stick blow a third period lead consistently?
Yeah.
Trade that captain.
Just wondering.
They traded the captain. Yeah,
Trouba's gone.
Trouba's gone. They
Went
traded
to,
him 2
went
days
to
ago.
Anaheim.
Yep, for another defenseman.
You still think the Rangers are going to win the Stanley Cup there, Bob?
I never said they were going to win this year. They're not.
No,
Lou
you-
Ferriola is
you
making
say
an
the
announcement
Yankees are
right
gonna
now
win?
that Soto went to the Mets.
The Yankees should have won. The Rangers should have won. Rangers blew their chance. It's over.
The mic is still crapping out. Here, hold this.
Well, go home.
No, stop your crap.
Fuck that. You do shit for.
Yeah, really. It's just like Christmas.
Yankees suck. He doesn't like sports. He doesn't like Christmas.
I like sports. I do.
I'm going to go out there and just jump off the railroad track.
You put your foot into it.
The only
kicking it.
That box,
Yeah.
it's the second one from number 2. That's what.
I only watch the Knicks religiously. That's really the only thing.
The only sport I don't like is basketball. I can't stand it.
No,
Can't stand it. So you really, we have
I
nothing left
played
to
it.
talk about here.
I played it.
You played it.
I played it. Yeah, but like I said, I played everything when I was a kid.
Baseball.
Not so much.
Apparently.
Not so much. Not so much.
Well, why would you play it? It's not a sport.
He's never gonna let me live that down.
I wouldn't play it.
Right up there with badminton.
Exactly.
I played badminton,
Yeah, I figured.
volleyball too.
Dude, I'm getting texts
Volleyball's
all
great.
I'm getting
Now
texts
that's
all
a
over.
sport.
Hello, I'm getting texts all over. Breaking news. Juan Soto signed with the Mets. It's the third person that just texted me.
I told you.
Lou Ferriola
Lou
texted
Ferriola
me.
was first to break it here live on
Sean
Limo
Conley,
Talk.
Soto to the Mets, 15 years, $765 million.
They're out of
Come
it.
on.
Is that the biggest
That would be the biggest.
salary ever?
Zarelli, can you get me the
ESPN is breaking it. Largest deal in professional sports history.
Soto
New
to
York
the
Mets.
Look at that, we were on the air.
Superstar outfielder Juan Soto, New York Mets. Jeff Passan reporting.
15
ESPN.
years, $765 million.
MLB reporting. MLB Twitter reporting.
All right.
All right, I mean,
Lou Ferriolo with the first one. Sean Connery
Lou
coming.
Ferriola breaking it on Limo Talk.
There you go.
Look at you, Lou. You're welcome. He goes.
Thanks a lot, Lou.
Thank you, Lou.
$765
fucking
million.
$million.
15 years is a long time to
That's
expect
a
somebody
long
to stay
time.
healthy.
So he'll be 41, 42 at the end of the contract,
Juan
and he'll be playing
Soto.
well.
So, was I right?
Is that
I've been
guar-
saying
wait,
it the whole
wait.
time.
Is that guaranteed?
It's always guaranteed in MLB.
Football's
Yeah.
the only one that does a non-guarantee, right?
When are the opt-outs? Let's
I
break
hope
it down
there's
a
one
little
every
bit.
3 years.
There's got to be. There's no way he's sticking out 15 years.
I thought for sure he'd stay with the Yankees.
I did too.
I didn't.
He loved playing in Yankee Stadium. See, those numbers are inflated due to the fact that he
I
played
only
it.
thought because of the number.
Here's my problem with this whole thing.
765 million. Was
He's
Hal
gonna-
Steinbrenner willing to go to that? And obviously the answer is no.
No, I guess Hal Steinbrenner was willing to go to $700 million. Steve Cohen probably outbid himself $60 million to get this guy. Here's the
Well,
problem I
he
got
said
with
he
this
was gonna
whole-
outbid everybody
Here's
by
our-
$50 million.
They say he's a generational talent. He can't play right field great, first of all.
It's not why you're getting it.
I'm hoping he gives you one or two
He'll
World
be,
Series.
he'll be a first baseman in 4 years.
I think he's going to be a dud in 5 or 8 to 8 years. He's
I
not
do
going
too.
right?
And I just don't see how Brett Beatty gets to give up number 22 for this fuck.
Here it is. Post.
Listen,
Juan Soto signing the Mets. Go get you.
somebody offers
Dude, I
you
would hold
seven-
out if I was baseball.
Someone offers you
boy, I want-
$700
I want
million.
about
You
300
take it.
million.
Wow.
But that's the problem, Justin. Everybody
the
was
Mets.
offering him $700 million.
And you know what? And
The Mets probably went $50 million more.
I wore my Yankee hat tonight just to try and bring some Soto
Charlie
vibes.
Myers says he'll never root for the Yankees again if they sign Soto. He was telling me that. We should
So
get.
now he'll never root
Well,
for the Mets.
well, good. I hope you. Well, listen, don't root for the Yankees anyway, Charlie Myers. If they get anybody,
I
go
don't
be
know.
a Met fan. Go be something else.
I mean, you think about
Go
it.
for the
Now, I'm
Padres.
going to really think about it. I like Soto. I think he's a very good ball player. I don't think he's the best baseball player there is. He's just not. I mean,
Wow.
now you're paying him like twice as much as you're paying, almost twice as much as you're paying Lindor.
It's a lot of money, man.
it's a lot of freaking money,
I know the guy's got it.
I'm not turning
but
it down.
he doesn't care.
He don't care. The guy.
Listen, this is why Steve Cohen became the owner of the Mets. Okay, this is the one thing that this guy had. Okay, that nobody else had. That's $765 billion. Not that I like to count people's money. That's in his ashtray in his car. Okay, seriously.
The cup holder.
The cup holder, $765 million. Come on, the guy's got $15 billion or whatever. And
yeah, more. I don't even know. I think it's more than that.
this is not.
You
This is
realize-
not
you
something
realize
that
you
even
take-
phases him.
You take $1 billion away from someone who has $15 billion, and he still got $14 billion.
Billion.
I mean, it's like $14 billion. You don't need more than
And he spreads that over 15 years.
you don't need more than a few million to survive in this world. I mean, you know,
It's
as a
it's
rich
literally
person.
probably what he's going to pay in taxes over the 15 years.
probably.
The 65 million. The difference is, yeah. Listen, all that factors in. I'm just curious to know what the Yankee. What was the Yankee?
I'll tell you
offer?
what the Yankee offer was.
And the thing too
715.
is- The thing too is,
715.
it's still more fucking loyalty.
Yeah.
These
No.
athletes aren't loyal.
I
to
really
fucking-
thought he
No,
enjoyed
no.
playing with the
Okay.
Yankees and was going to stay there.
I thought he would go where whoever gave him the most money, and that's exactly where he went.
And I was thinking if he didn't
And
go
I
to the
thought that would
Yankees,
be
then
the
I thought
Mets.
it'd be better if he went to the Red Sox.
Well, here's a Yankee fan right here.
Yeah,
How do you now? Let me ask you something. Charlie Myers says he
I'm
can't-
not shocked at all.
You're
This
not
is
shocked.
exactly what I've been saying since the season ended. He was going to go to the Mets because they were going to offer the most money, and he was going to take the most money, and that's how I saw it.
Yeah, but I don't like that statement either.
Well,
I hate that he said that. I hate that. I lose respect. You know, Keith Rad was on the other
But
night
that's
on,
the
on
truth.
Sportsnet,
that's what this is.
right? And he said, and him and the other two guys on that show, I forgot their names, they all said, this weekend you're going to hear Soto went to the Mets. And they were right. They were right.
Now, how do you think
Yeah.
about now? Blake Ferriola's 13 years old. Lose son.
Blake is pacing.
He's a Yankee fan.
Oh, my poor
The
Blake.
kid's pacing.
Yeah.
The kid's upset.
I guess
Yeah.
nobody. I guess we can forget about Pete Alonso.
Can you actually think that Pete Alonso's going to? I doubt that. Right? Would you go another 140 million for Pete? Now you just you.
No,
So
I'm
now wait a
thinking,
minute. Now
I'm
you
thinking
sound-
Beatty is going to play third without number 22, and
he's just going to be.
and
He's just
Vientos
going to have a
goes
blue
over
shirt
to
on.
first, Yeah, he'll be number 2 now.
So wait a minute. They signed. Didn't they sign? Who they signed yesterday?
They signed what's this from the Yankees?
Clay Holmes.
Holmes.
68 million. Now they just signed him for 765
Yeah,
million.
Pete
So
Alonso.
right now you're at 830 million dollars for 2 ball players.
Right.
But I'm getting friends of ours are sitting there. Goes Hector Sierra goes. I hope he can pitch, which is true.
Yeah.
Right. Dave Herbst is saying, "Wow, that's a lot of money." A lot of people are
First
just,
words out of Francisco's when those mouths are probably like, "Well, I'm underpaid.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kicking my ass."
Listen,
Well,
this is the Steve Cohen flex, though. He just
He's only getting
flexed
34
everybody
million
out.
a year, piece of shit.
Technically, he is underpaid if you compare to other sports. Look at what basketball players get for 4 years.
Or the Premier League.
4 years, 250 million.
Well, soccer, yes. This
Well,
doesn't even
baseball
compare
plays
to soccer.
162 games.
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. Well, basketball's 80.
So
82,
you can pretty
plus,
much
plus
double-
playoffs.
You can
Plus, if
double
you
the
make
plus the
playoffs.
capacity
But yeah,
of
it's
the
double
ballpark.
the amount.
The capacity of the ballpark is almost 3 times what it is in an arena. So there's a lot more revenue in baseball. Even though the basketball does turn over an amazing number of revenue, amazing amount of revenue just in what they
Depends on
generate.
the city you're in.
No, what they generate.
Overall, the NBA.
The
yeah,
NBA.
Yeah, but
You
the,
know.
the NBA, I would say, even in the smaller markets, are probably do better than a smaller market baseball team,
And especially a hockey team. No.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think
yeah.
so.
I mean, look at
But you can go anywhere now to play basketball. There's the European League, there's the Australian League. You don't have to go to the NBA.
No.
You can go to
No.
the G League. You can go. They have the NBA Elite. They have all these leagues now that'll pay you to play, and you can still make a living for the rest of your life doing what you want to do.
Well, guess what? Tomorrow morning, winter meetings begin.
yeah, that's gonna be a lot.
Good
lot of
timing.
moves.
A lot of
Because
stuff
I
going
gotta
on.
think.
I-
I
this
gotta
is
think
gonna be
Pete
a hell
Alonso's
of a
going-
week.
I
Pete
gotta think
Alonso's
Alonso's
gonna
going to the
sign
Yankees.
somewhere else.
I think he's going to the
I
Yankees.
would think he might go to the
He might
Yankees.
go
The
to the
Yankees might be
Yankees.
pissed off enough to want to take him away from the Mets right now, but he might be a good fit for them because I mean Rizzo's gone and
I think it's a great
and that
fit.
right field porch that he can hit the ball the other way. That would be good for him. So I think it was just to me. I look at things in a different perspective, and I was looking at Pete Alonso becoming the Mets' all-time home run leader
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and I was excited about that maybe happening. But they don't think about it like that. Me, I wanted to see that happen. I wanted Alonso to stay a Met, 15 years.
Well, he still might.
But I don't see it now.
You don't know.
I just don't. I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I don't see how they're going to give him 30 million, 25 million a year. 25, he's probably going to warrant, based on his crappy numbers anyway.
He's going to get 40.
240.
He's going to get 35 to 40.
He is going to
million
get 35 now, but based on the fact that Soto just got holy shit. Soto just got what? How many million a year?
dollars. 50 million a year.
50.
50.
More than 50.
50. How the fuck can you tell Pete Alonso, you're not worth 25. You're not worth
Right.
30.
Brian Scott says he better bring the H2O and orange slices for that price.
Some high quality.
Sorry, 51 million.
Come on.
51 million. I mean, listen, if somebody was already going to pay 700, then he's really just
And a
paying the extra 65.
And a
Or if somebody's
15-year
paying, you know what I mean? Right, on a 15-year contract, $50 million bucks, that's when it's really comes down to not a lot.
No,
You know what I mean?
In comparison
In
to
a
other
difference,
sports, yeah, it's not a
50
lot.
million over 15 years is 3.3 million a year. All right, that's
What? Wait a minute.
An extra 3.3 million.
an extra 3.3 million a
So
year.
now he's gotta
Is
sell-
the extra $50 million
When you watch the marketing,
betwing the
the marketing
715
is going to
and
be
the
incredible.
765.
Oh, it's gonna be-
There's going to be Soto jerseys all over the
Right.
fucking ballpark, and Soto's going to be on, buy your Met tickets.
Oh, my God.
Well,
Forget
that's the beauty part of being on any New York team and being that good is you're going to get that. Doesn't matter if it's basketball, baseball, football. If you're that good, you're going to get paid all that revenue through that.
Well, my friend Joey Cheese says the same thing. He goes, 15 years? That's
15
an awful
years.
long time.
It's a long time.
Ridiculous.
Didn't they sign a
is.
hockey player to 10
Di
years?
Pietro.
Shesterkin. They
Oh,
just,
Shesterkin just signed,
yeah, Shesterkin just
Right.
signed for 8 years for $93 million.
I don't know where they come up with 8 years for this guy. I mean, he's a great goalie, but he's
I don't
not a kid
either.
anymore.
And they get beat up.
I don't know.
They get beat up.
Rangers are slow.
Rangers are old.
They're slow.
Yeah.
I'm watching these
They've
teams.
been slow.
It's been like I watched them on live. I watched the game against Winnipeg. Winnipeg outskated the shit out of them.
Big time. Edmonton outskated the shit out of them, too.
And who the hell?
Connor McDavid just ran circles around those guys.
Who they just play and they lost 7-5? I forgot.
I don't know.
The Islanders just beat the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
That was
Today,
good.
4-2.
That was big. Yeah, I don't know.
So it came down to staying in New York, and he picks the Mets over the Yankees.
I'm shocked. I really am. I'm kind of surprised.
We've been looking forward to making this announcement, Justin, for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. No,
fucking Lou-
and what
Lou-
did we say? We said last night. We said, imagine
When-
it happens tomorrow night.
We were drinking.
We said that.
When
We
did
said
it
this
ever
last
occur
night.
to anybody that one day the Mets
Yes.
would be
That's what I'm.
the
That's what I'm
top
saying,
runner
Bobby.
in any competition for any
This
player?
guy chose the Mets over the Yankees.
I hate to say it. Maybe this is just because of the way it was in my house, but to me, the Mets are like the Brooklyn Nets. They're the redheaded stepchild of
Not
New
for
York.
long though. Watch
So
this.
for the fact that somebody picks them over the Yankees is kind of baffling. I'm sure I'm gonna get shit about that too. Like, you don't like the Mets?
No,
I like every. I
it-
like every New York team. I will root for any New York team that is in the playoffs or in any type of championship game, except Brooklyn. It's Knicks only for me. But any other sport,
You'll be root for both of them.
I'm a Buffalo Bills fan because they're the only ones that play in New York.
So Sean Conley.
Yeah.
Well, that argument
But I will
kills
still
me.
I will still vote. I
Forget
will
all
still
that
root for the
nonsense.
Giants or the Jets if they're
The
if they're in the
Giants
Super Bowl.
and Jets are right nearby. The Buffalo Bills might as well be in New Zealand, as far as I'm concerned, for the proximity they are to right here in New York City. Get out of here. I can't even.
There
get
is
into
no
that.
proximity for the Buffalo Bills. That's like, yeah, it's a whole other country.
Just
over
for the sake of rooting for someone who has a New York license plate, I'm not going to get into that. No way.
Justin, look behind you. Is Bobby Lacerra in that,
I don't
in that
see
office?
any.
He's not?
I
No.
don't see any
I
details
saw Pat
on an
LaFontaine
opt-out.
at UBS one day. He's walking by me, and I said, "There he is, Pat LaFontaine." I said,
He's
"The
right
only
there.
guy who got traded 3 times
Oh.
and never had to change his
There's
car
the ghost of
registration."
Christmas past
And
right
he goes,
there.
He goes,
You need me?
You're right. That is my claim to fame. That's what he said to me.
All right, let me go talk to Bobby for a second. How the Yankees can sign now? Lou says now the Yankees can sign 3 quality players and get better.
Yeah.
Fuck the Mets. Greg DiFilippo, is the pay-per-view special going to come out this year, or do we have to wait till Christmas 2025?
It's a stocking stuffer now.
It's true. We can go out and get a left fielder, a first baseman, and a third baseman.
Well, that's the other thing too. That's the argument, and I agree with this argument. For the
Because
same,
that's what we need.
for this $50 million you're paying him, you could get got 2 good players. At least 2 good players
At least 2.
over the course of this. Well, 15 years, forget it. You could have got yourself a pitcher, 2 solid ball players over the course of this contract each year.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about the Clay Holmes also coming
Clay
to the
Holmes is a
Mets,
Met.
and now
But they're gonna
going
make him a
to
starter.
they want to make him a starter.
I don't like that. See, now he's been a relief
I don't
pitcher now
either.
for a few years, and I think his last year as a starter was 2018.
I don't know how that's going to work out.
So you're talking 6 years removed from being a starter. He's no John Smoltz. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see where John Smoltz pulled it off, but I don't see how Clay Holmes is going to pull it off. And I've seen him look pretty bad.
He blew quite a few. I mean, he
Yeah.
lost the job as closer this
Yeah,
year
so,
after
I mean, we're
blowing
taking a
like
guy
14 saves.
Who, yeah,
You know.
we're taking a guy now
And now
as
you're
a
gonna make him
starting
a starter.
pitcher who was struggling in 1 inning of relief. So I don't know. I hope it works out for them. I really do, because I want to see something good happen in Queens.
Oh, you're going to be watching
But-
a lot of it, Bobby. You're going
But
to
I'll
have a
be
front row
watching
seat.
it, and
Yeah.
the stands are going to be full.
The stands are going to be packed.
So I'm ready for
they are.
I'm ready for a busy year. I don't want to hear. There's not going to be anybody saying to me next year in September, we're really cutting down on staff because the crowds are getting small. But like they did 2 years ago with Buck Showalter's last year. But last year, 2024, I'm calling it last year. 2024, the stands were filling up as the season went along because the Mets were playing well, and they made the playoffs. So Soto should guarantee they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
I would think. And Clay Holmes and, who they got as a starting pitcher. They didn't get, Quintana's gone, I think. And Severino just signed with Oakland, or whatever they're calling themselves now, the Athletics.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So he just signed with the Athletics for $67 million.
A lot of money.
And they're saying $67 million is more than their entire payroll was.
Is it
of-
the Oakland Athletics?
They're not the Oakland Athletics.
They're not the
anymore.
Oakland
It's just the
Athletics. They're
Athletics.
going to Vegas.
They're playing
They're playing in a minor league
in
stadium.
what
Scottsdale, I think, right?
Arizona?
Yeah, I think
Were you
Scottsdale.
talking about the Severino thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing with the A's.
Largest contract in A's franchise history.
Yeah, so you're taking Ricky Henderson? No. We're taking, all these players that will play with the A's, and Severino has got the biggest contract.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got the
That's
he got the
mind-boggling.
biggest
Billy
contract.
Bean, wow, he's really coming through. But
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't look what Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's roof is gone, and where the hell are they playing this year?
They're playing at Tampa.
They're playing at George Steinbrenner Field.
So they're playing in the minor. They're playing in the spring training field.
Yes.
The spring training field.
What the fuck is going on?
So now,
I mean, that's
how
a
are
big
those two
field.
teams
There is capacity.
But how are they
there.
going to
I know. It's a
survive?
pretty big
How are
field.
they going to survive, those two teams
They
on
can't.
minor league? So what? The league basically
They're
backs
gonna
them up.
subsidize it.
So-
Probably. Yeah, because they're not going to make
Manfred, forget about that.
money on tickets and all
The golden
Forget about
ticket.
the golden
Golden at
hitter.
bat. The
We're
fuck-
going to go with
fuck
we're
outta here
going
with
to
that.
toss money towards the Tampa Bay Rays and the Athletics. So, whatever.
Did you hear about that? You have no idea. So they're talking about.
It's not. No, I saw him yesterday.
He says it's
He
not
said-
happening.
He goes, you know how you just discuss something at a table?
Yeah.
And we brought it up?
Yeah.
He goes, we said it. He goes, I don't think it's something you ever have to consider that might happen.
So the golden,
Like, well, now you're going to tell people
Right.
about something that the guy just said would never happen.
but he don't know what it is.
The golden
Golden bat?
at
Yeah.
bat.
Do you know what the golden at bat is?
I heard about this recently. I know it's
It's the dumbest thing I've ever
yeah,
heard.
but well, it's just like the Abu Dhabi Emirates Cup that the NBA does. You win a fucking cup for what? Who gives a fuck about the
Yeah,
cup? Who cares?
The cup
I
food.
want to win the goddamn
The food cup.
championship. I don't give a fuck about your stupid
The
cup.
cup
Now,
floweth over.
the $500,000 that each player gets on the team. Well, that's
A lot of those guys want to win it for those guys. The
Yeah,
ones
for
that
the
are
ones that don't make
the
shit.
ones that don't make shit.
which still make fucking $250,000 more than me. But okay,
Bobby, explain the golden at bat.
What he was saying, what they were talking about with the golden at bat, was if you're up with the bases loaded in the fifth inning, and let's go with the Yankees lineup, and Soto just batted, and Judge just batted,
they could substitute.
right?
Is that what
And now all of a sudden you're down to
Anybody.
You got the tying run at third, and you get down to the seventh guy in the order, and you can say to Aaron Judge, "You're hitting
You're
again."
hitting, yeah, it's a pinch
hitting
hit.
again.
Yeah, I heard about that. Somebody was telling me about that the other day. I'm like, that's the fucking stupidest thing ever. Why?
That's
Why?
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I got to tell you why he got people to talk about it. He did get people to talk
I mean,
about
it's
it.
like saying you would get me to talk about any dumb idea just to tell you how dumb I think it is. I mean, you come up with something really stupid and say that a pitcher can, you get to a point where it's a 2-1 count in this after the sixth inning. Let me bring that up and bring that to the table. It's a 2-1 count in the sixth inning. It's dumb. It's not baseball, and it's never going to happen. But we can talk about it.
but he got people talking.
You know what?
about
I find that more interesting than doing ghost runners.
I hate it.
To actually do a 2-1 count
Instead
in
of
the extra innings.
Yep.
To your point, Graz, you're right. It got them talking. It went viral.
It did
People-
go viral.
yeah.
People were talking
Well,
about it.
yeah,
So
because
it gets
it
brings
Charlie
attention.
Myers is sending me
had shock
texts.
value.
If that happens, or if the
all.
Yankees sign Soto, I'm out of baseball. People are talking.
All right. So if the Yankees sign Soto,
Yeah, just like everybody that said they were going
Right.
to move out
the
of the country
golden
if Trump
bat,
won,
the
they're still
golden
fucking
hitter,
here.
and Trump wins, I'm out of baseball.
I'm out of
Yeah.
baseball.
That's fucking.
I'm moving out of the country. Bye.
Yeah. They're still here.
None of them have left.
No, nobody's left. Except for Ellen DeGeneres. And she got flooded in England.
Yeah, well, I think
I saw
think
that.
Ellen DeGeneres
Yeah.
left because of the Diddy thing. I don't think it has
Yeah,
anything
it
to
might
do
have
with
a lot to
President
do.
Trump.
You see, now going back to the CEO that was just killed in the city, right, which is a really intriguing story. What it didn't have anything to do with was somebody being denied insurance claims. What it had to do with is he's involved with some fucked up shit, and some people have tied it into Diddy that
No.
that he was involved with him somehow. Other people have tied it into the fact that his wife might be behind it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I've
His
heard
wife might be behind it. And if you heard her reaction to when he first got killed, you'd start to think it might be true that she was behind it.
Well, they've been separated for a while, I
Yeah.
heard.
He's probably going to leave her. I was going to say, yeah.
Well, he already did.
and
Well, no,
she didn't get
they've
nothing.
been separated
Then
for
there's
years,
somebody
I
who
think.
said that the guy who shot him, that guy was sleeping with his wife, with the guy who shot him's wife.
I
Yeah,
heard
let's
it, and I
fucking-
heard
I
it.
mean, let's
I
keep
heard
it
it was an
real.
insurance guy that he was pre-planned. That he knew he was going to die, and it's all an insurance.
And all this
thing.
engraved bullet shit is all smokescreen shit that he didn't have. There was nothing to
Right.
do with denying insurance claims.
Well, that's what they're saying. I mean, he's left all these like they found the backpack. I mean, is this guy really going to leave the backpack?
I think there
they're-
might have been
they're-
a second shooter from the grassy knoll.
Yeah,
They're saying he's taunting them with these like breadcrumbs that he's
That's what he's
leaving.
doing.
Right. You know, he leaves the casings, he leaves the backpack, he leaves the bottle of water, let's say,
And the Starbucks.
right, and you know, and it's all just to throw them off. They have him by 7:45 that morning. He was at the
amazing.
GW Port Authority terminal.
But now
It's
I
amazing
just
that they can pinpoint his whereabouts, but they can't pinpoint who he
and
is.
I
They
just
don't know
got an
where he
alert
went
that
from there.
CNN thinks that they know who the killer is.
They all say that now.
It was once.
Mayor Adams said today we
was
know the
once
guy.
so.
We know the guy's name, but we don't want to say his name.
Yeah, okay.
Because it'll give him an advantage. Okay, well you just told them that you know his name now.
Shannon Empton.
Yeah. So you're saying we know his name,
We
but
know
we're
his
not gonna,
name.
We're not going
but
to
we're
say
not gonna
what
say
it
his
is.
name.
Oh my God, how stupid is that?
Right.
Wait.
But he's not. But
He was a
now
cop.
he knows. You know his name.
Listen, you tell me the last time the news did something fucking smart.
Well, this is what I try to tell, and I try to tell my kids this all the
That's
time.
why
and I try
most
to tell
people
everybody.
suck.
Bottom line is, forget about the fact that most people suck, but that's true. But the thing is, most of what's reported in the news is totally erroneous. It's totally bullshit. It's not correct. It's not on target. It's bullshit.
Is it? Is it?
No,
is
it's
it
all the
fake?
fucking same.
It's not fake.
It's
I,
all
I,
the same.
I avoided saying that.
I saw
No.
that.
I stopped.
But it's all the
I was
same. They
wondering.
all spew the same nonsense. It's not like anybody does any
reason
real
I-
fucking reporting
Trump
anymore.
was right. Trump was
Nobody,
right.
nobody
Oh,
goes
fake
out and does
news, it's
stories
fake
and starts looking into shit, and they don't do that anymore.
My aunt was murdered in 1982. Right.
Oh, it sucks.
I'm sorry to hear
Right?
that.
Well, I mean, there's no. It's been a long time. So she got
He's
murdered
so
in
hard.
Doesn't make it
1982.
any less tragic.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Can
saying,
I
I'm
have my
sorry.
walking stick? You seem to be.
I am. I'm very comfortable with
fondling
this thing.
She got killed in her house in East Northport.
Don't break the TV
All
with
right.
it.
She got killed in her house in East Northport. And the next day, a newspaper story comes out about it. And everything in the story was wrong. Everything. From her
Wow.
age to her relationship situation to her brothers and sisters, whatever. It was all wrong. So anybody who reads this sees this as, oh, look, she had this thing going on. Nothing. None of it was true. And none of it was true. And they were like, oh. And so they interviewed one person, and he says, oh, she was famous for her home cooked meals, and people used to come over and eat meals at her house. That never happened.
right?
It never fucking happened. I mean, like, what?
Gotta love that.
You know,
Gotta
it's
love
all
that.
bullshit. She was a great lady. She was my father's sister, and she was a lot of laughs, and she was funny as hell. But that didn't come out in the story. What came out in the story was all nonsense, lies. They even got her age wrong. I mean, everything.
Did they
It's
find
just- so from that day on, I've never believed anything I read in the newspaper.
And it's funny because he's predicted a lot of shit on this show. He knew, like, he called Trump what was going to happen
2020.
in 20. He called 2020 on the air. He called Trump getting shot 6 months ago on the air. He called that it's going to be so big that they can't stop him.
And that's what happened because they really tried.
They
And-
tried to
I mean,
steal
you
it.
look
They
at all
tried.
the people that supposedly voted for Kamala Harris. Stop. There's no way. There's a lot of fake ballots in that, but the fact they couldn't do it big enough.
But
to
there's a
get
lot
it
of
done.
talk saying that Biden didn't want her to win.
He never won.
No,
Biden didn't want her to win.
No, he
he
didn't.
didn't want her to win.
He didn't. He got
He put
resentful.
on a fucking Trump hat. You didn't see that video?
Yes,
I,
he did.
I saw that.
But the thing is, he got really resentful towards her because he catapulted her. You know, he said, "All right, listen, vote for Kamala Harris." He was hurt though that they took that nomination away from him, and then she goes out and she tries to distance herself from him, and she said nothing good about him anywhere.
She said nothing at all
About
in
him.
general.
That's what I'm saying.
All her interviews were just
total
words,
bullshit.
word soup.
Yeah.
I
It
think
was
she got killed when
nonsense.
she. I think she got killed when she just disparaged Christmas. Remember?
How
We don't-
dare we speak Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
How
Yep.
dare we speak Merry Christmas? I was like, what the fuck?
Fucking Trump in the background. We're gonna speak Merry Christmas.
We're gonna say Merry Christmas.
I want everyone to say Merry
A
Christmas.
lot of Christians in this country don't necessarily
we
want
say
to piss
Merry
them
Christmas.
off.
He changed the whole electoral vote. The entire country was red. He should have won New York too.
Well, he will never win
picked
New
up
York
ground.
based on
Well,
the fact.
believe it or not, 90% of New York is red. The problem is there ain't enough people.
No, there's not enough people in the red area.
You
the
go,
red
you go
area.
anything past Westchester,
You got 10
and
million
it's red.
people in New York City
For the most
that are
part.
all voting Democrat, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right.
We were fascinated by the fact that the Amish really basically won the Amish won the
came
election.
out. Yeah, they did.
They said that they had horse and buggies with
Horse and
Trump,
buggy with Trump flags.
with Trump flags, which
Yeah.
you never see them do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. You name me a guy who's ever run for president who has merch. You know, he's got merchandise, and people are buying it all over the place.
And he's moving.
There is a
he's-
fucking Trump store in Huntington on Route
Yes,
110.
and I'm going. In a couple of weeks, I got a plan with somebody
on
to
Route
go to
110.
that.
Yep, it's fucking huge.
Really?
Fran Gatto.
It used to be.
Fran Gatto just went.
Wow.
And she wants to go again. Fran just went with Kathy Davies and a bunch of people. They went to the Trump store.
It used to be a
How the
piano
fuck-
store.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah.
That's a big. That's
It's
a big store.
It's a big store.
Who else has
Wow.
merchandise? Where you're going to go and you're going to buy Trump hats, Trump flags, Trump, cards,
Trump everything.
Trump belts,
Everything.
Trump mug.
a
Yeah.
Trump
I'm
mug.
waiting
I
for
want a
Trump
Trump mug.
condoms.
I want a Trump mug.
I'll get you a Trump mug.
I want a Trump mug.
All right, so we'll
Yeah.
get
A
you.
nice
Trump
big
mug would be
Trump
nice.
Do me a
Surprised I don't have
favor.
a
You
Trump
pass it.
tattoo
You,
artist
you,
in there.
Do you pass it tonight on your way home? Are you going that way?
I do pass it.
Could you get me the address or
Yeah.
Cat-
or phone number if it's on there?
Fran will-
There's no phone number, but I could
Find out
Trump
from
store.
Fran. All
Yeah,
right.
just look up Trump Store Huntington. It'll pop right up. It's right across from La Piazza.
All right, we got a couple of minutes. Let me get this stuff out of the way. First of all, thank you to Justin McDonald, the Adirondack Walking Stick Company. He made me this walking stick. It has the Dalers on there. It has Limo Talk on here. It smells great. It's fucking strong as hell, and it's going to help me in the future. Thank you, Justin McDonald, from
You're
the
welcome.
Adirondack
You're welcome.
Walking Stick Company. Second question: you're gloating about your beef jerky. Where's the extra fucking bags of beef jerky that you brought? Maybe I would like a piece.
How?
We like the honey. You know which one we like.
Oh, I know. I didn't have those.
Oh, okay. We got the shit then. What'd you give me? The shit? What is that? Oh,
Hey, throwing bags.
oh, this is the one that you like. Pineapple jalapeno.
How adventurous are you guys?
Oh, what do we got?
What do you got? Fucking something. You got something.
He's got
that's-
something
You
that's
got
hot.
something gonna make me sweat?
No, it's a little hot.
Yeah. What is that?
What the heck is that?
Jalapeno garlic crickets.
I could never.
Crickets?
What's a
Crickets.
cricket?
Can I see that?
A cricket is a
You
bug.
mean like a real cricket?
Crickets, yeah.
Get the.
As you see, there's
can I
some
see
missing.
that?
I've eaten it.
Oh my god!
Jalapeno garlic
I've
cricket.
never had a cricket in my. I hate them.
I only like the wings. Cricket wings.
Wait, which part of the cricket is it?
It's the entire cricket.
It's the whole cricket.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it tastes.
My friend Pat
it,
Scolari used to say
it
this.
tastes kind of like it's very nutty, almost like a.
I despise these motherfuckers. I can't stand crickets.
I hate crickets.
Okay. He's crunching.
Joe Devine is calling me.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, it's Gilbert. So, this guy Joe Devine is calling me to tell me that the Mets,
Mets
signed
signed
Juan
Juan
Soto.
Soto. Get him on the air.
Let's put
So
him on.
answer him.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, did you hear the good news?
This is Joe Devine. I'm on the radio right now.
Is that
Joe.
good
looks like
news?
inside.
Let's say hello to Joe Devine. Joe
Devine
That's what it looks like inside.
from Valley Stream is on the
it
air
looks
with
like
us
it.
right now.
My name is Graz. Joe, how are
This
you?
is the Limo Talk with Graz show.
Yeah. Well, did you hear the breaking news out of New York?
All right, let's go. What is it?
Juan Soto signed with the Mets.
Oh, my God.
$675 million.
What?
It's like New Year's.
$675 million for 10 years.
I thought it was
$765 million.
you dyslexic fuck.
Joe, it's $765 million for 15 years, bro.
765.
Big number.
765 for 15 years.
All right, so you're all happy now that you got your
51 million
season
a year.
tickets already?
I already got my season plan.
That's what
now.
I just said. I said you're all happy that
Now
you got
you
your...
see, I waved hello to you.
I saw Vicky sent me a video of you at Mitchell's.
Yeah.
You were at Mitchell's
She
today.
said, "Yeah, I want you to tell Vicky about this."
Vicky doesn't care about the Mets.
This is great radio.
Well, she does now.
All right, Joe, thank you for calling us and letting us know. We're really thrilled to hear the news.
Hey, Joe, I got a question. Who's your favorite Met, Joe?
Juan Soto.
Juan
All
Soto.
right.
There's a smart man.
Prior
He's
to
ready.
today, who was your favorite Met?
I want Peter Alonso back.
You do? I don't think he's coming back, Joe.
Well, fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you when they're young at heart.
Oh my God, it's so good.
All right.
Joe,
That's good.
Why don't you come into the show one night? You can eat beef jerky and get a walking
Ooh,
stick.
sriracha.
Where's your show at?
Massapequa.
All right, I'll try to make it.
All right, next week we'll see you here. 9 o'clock.
Oh my God, it's so hot.
Hey,
Yeah,
let
well,
me tell you
it's spicy
something.
sriracha.
I'm going to make one comment.
No, you gotta
Go ahead.
See that
Two
thing on the.
comments.
You have any
When
more of
hear
those?
The Jets, you know
No.
it's the Mets.
I'm sorry.
When you
And
hear
number
what?
two, when you hear the Jets, you know it's the Mets.
I don't get it.
Saturday, 1975. When you hear the Jets, you know it's the Mets.
Okay.
And number two, for every Yankee loss is a Met win.
All right. Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Now I got the
All right,
hiccups.
Joe, we're going to have to say goodbye. I got to go.
Very nice.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Joe. I love you.
See you later,
That's
Joe.
what happens to you when you eat spicy food.
Dude, I get to
All right, this is the
Joe's,
guy.
I'm sure Joe's a nice guy, but that wasn't funny.
Joe is a diehard Met fan who I see at Citi Field all the
Really?
time. And,
It's hard
yeah.
to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous how diehard he is. But the thing is, he lives, breathes, and he goes down to Port St. Lucie, and he goes down to Mets fantasy camps.
Is he retired?
Right? He's like 68 years old, whatever, maybe.
He sounds like he's retired.
Yeah, and he goes down there. So now he has my number, as you can see. He calls me up when he's at Met Fantasy Camp. I'm sleeping. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Hello. I go, Joe. He goes, I'm at Met Fantasy Camp, and I got to avoid trying to sound like Gilbert Godfrey with him, but he sounds like Gilbert Godfrey a little
totally.
bit, right? So he goes, I'm at Fantasy Camp, and I just met Ed Charles, Lenny Randall, and Jim Beecham. And I'm like, all right. He goes, so anyway, I got their autograph. I hung out with them. I had dinner with them. I go, Joe, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I have work tomorrow. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'm in Port St. Lucie, and I didn't realize what the time was in New York. I go,
It's the same time.
it's the same fucking time, Joe. It's 2 o'clock there, and it's 2 o'clock here. I gotta go. And he hangs up.
You're not in Arizona, man.
DiFilippo goes, is Joe ready for his sponge bath? He goes, sounds like Joe could use a little bit more poly grip on his teeth. Lou Ferriero goes, Joe's losing it. Greg DiFilippo says this is like listening to a conversation at a senior citizen's home. And I got the hiccups from your fucking beef
Wow,
jerky.
that was good.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
mine is
God.
good.
I'm spitting all over the place.
It is good. So
All
I'll
right,
give
we
you a little. Let me give you a little quick math for a second.
Go ahead.
$51 million next year.
Yep.
Okay. Last year for the Yankees, Juan Soto had 576 at bats. That'll be $89,000 per at bat
Yeah.
for the New York Mets. So almost $90,000 for each at bat just to stand there.
Don't forget the golden bat, just in case.
The golden at bat's going to cost you an extra $50,000 right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Well,
All right, we got about 10 minutes left. Juan Soto's a Met. The Adirondack
Juan
Walking
Soto
Stick
is
Company's
a
doubling
Met.
its output.
Wow, this is hot.
Dude, one of them is real hot. I have the hiccups.
I don't eat that
what's
one.
the other one?
I don't eat that
Oh,
one.
my
You
God.
don't eat the spicy sriracha?
I make it,
Oh,
but I
my
don't eat
God. You're going to stop hiccuping. All right,
he
let me
makes
get this
it, but
out
he
of the
doesn't
way.
eat it.
it. Not that one.
Larry Izzo, Last with Larry, Larry Izzo, comedian at gmail.com. Mer's Pub in
That's good, though.
Farmingdale, the best toys for tots. Don't say it. In Farmingdale, the, what was the guy's name? Who was it? Who did the toys for tots?
Greg Thompson.
Greg Thompson, that's right. Library Cafe in Farmingdale on Main Street. BAC Systems, Inc. Shelby May and Brian May coming in next week. 516-797-4990. You okay?
I'm melting.
He's like, holy shit.
That spicy siracha is wild.
And let me actually. I can't say I don't
So
eat it
good.
because I have to test it, so I do eat it. But it's just so hot, I don't enjoy
Dude, you
it.
made me choke.
Why did you give me this?
Bottles on
You
Broadway.
should have ate the other one. I thought he was opening up the
He hands it to me. I'm sitting there going, I can't eat this shit. I can't eat that.
that one's not
I'm going to
spicy.
be suffering all night.
That
know,
one's not
so am I.
spicy. That one's actually sweeter.
I got to stop off at CVS on the way home and get some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh boy.
And
Bottles on
not, not to say that it wasn't delicious. It's very good, but I can't eat hot stuff like that. Whoa.
I know. Right here, right? Right here.
I don't know. It's
fucking heart
starting
attack,
over
Dude,
here.
I'm having a heart attack. I swear to God. Did you see me? I was hiccuping. Oh my God. All right.
now
seen
I want a
that
beer.
happen.
So you got a beer?
I got no more beer. I only brought 4. You guys
Oh,
didn't
fumble.
take the chance with Gavin.
Lacera, run a beer in here if you can. Bottles on Broadway, 1083 North Broadway, Massapequa, New York, 516-694-1909. Pat Walsh Realty, 516-369-8241. We love Pat, good friend of ours. And Robotronica Law Firm, 516-796-9700. Robotronica is in the law office to the right of Governor's in Levittown.
Pat Delina just sent me the superstar outfielder Juan Soto and the New York Mets are in agreement, a 15-year, $765 million contract.
Everybody's coming out of the woodwork, right?
And I saw Pat last week at UBS. He was there to watch the Islander game with his wife, Denise. And my mouth is on fire.
Listen, believe it or not, I've had people eat it and tell me it's not spicy enough.
That's something wrong with those people.
Yeah. Whoa,
yeah,
look
yeah.
at this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he brought you a Peroni.
What about me? What, my chopped liver?
What?
Fucking Peroni. That's nice.
And a Peroni to boot.
yeah.
All right, let me get done with everything over here.
Boy, you
all
must
right?
be the favorite.
Larry Izzo, Joe Pontello, Stephen Rocco, and Stevie GB coming to a comedy show near you soon.
That's Stephen
Shame
Rocco
down.
Perillo.
He don't want
I
to be
did have
called.
water.
No more Perillo?
No more Perillo.
Just Stephen
it's
Rocco.
Stephen Rocco, right?
Stephen Rocco.
He hated it.
No Perillo.
Something happened.
Something
don't-
must have happened.
so he don't want to talk Stephen Rocco. No Perillo no more. Stephen Rocco.
Okay.
All right.
See how long it's been since I bumped into him?
Beef Jerky King Justin McDonald. Thank you very much.
I got to say, that was delicious.
But hot.
I
Yeah.
can't take
Yeah,
spice like
me
that.
neither.
Open the other one, it's not hot.
There should be a fucking warning on this bag.
I know.
Contents maybe fire on maybe put you on fire.
Open
I
the other
agree.
one.
I agree. Open the other one.
Can
right
we
here.
open the other one?
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, LinkedIn, Roku, Spreaker, GothamGoldGraz.com, Ins41.com, Instagram, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, and Spreaker. Limo Talk. Hashtag Limo Talk. Share the show. Please give us a like. Please give us a love. Thank you guys for a phenomenal year. We're almost done. We're going to have a show next week and the following week, and then we're off for the new year.
This is like the antidote.
Victoria Vicky Vasquez Memorial Scholarship Fund presented by Farmingdale Baseball
This is
League.
good.
Thank you guys. We've raised $15.60 and we're not done yet.
Thank you.
But as Bobby said it,
Thank you to Murr's Pub.
Thank you to Murr's Pub. Thank you to
My new favorite place on earth.
dude. I gotta tell you something.
I love
you know
Murr's.
Murr's, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
Dude, we've been having so much fun there lately. It's just it used to be like the Twilight
take the whole
Zone, and
thing.
now it's like a good Twilight Zone, right?
You know what? I watched an episode of The Twilight Zone last night with Art Carney, where he was Santa Claus. It was awesome.
Was it good?
Check it out. It's called The Meek.
I think I've seen that one.
Excellent. He becomes Santa Claus. He actually gives out gifts. Anything somebody wanted was in his bag.
I gotta tell you, the
I
Toby
did see that one.
the Toby clips with Sal Gargano could be one of my favorite clips of all time. I'm telling you, between Toby, Trump, Gilbert, and Rocky and Rodney, I don't think there's a voice that you can't do that's not good. I'm impressed. You don't care.
Right
You
now, I
just-
can't do shit.
Yeah, I know. I can see that. Right now, you're not going to do anything for me. But it's all right. Oh, who's the Chinese security guy that works at? Who's the guy that you do that works at the City Field? You know who I'm talking about. Come on, you don't know who I'm talking about.
No.
That guy works with you all the time. The older Chinese guy. Oh my God, you do his voice all the time.
Maybe I made it up.
No, you didn't. You're such a dick. Oh my God.
Chinese guy?
Yes.
No, it's at Valley Stream. Steve Watanabe.
Right?
Yeah.
Why don't you leave me hanging? Fuck you.
Something like that.
All right.
I'm just coming down.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. What a great show this is.
The pineapple
And just,
jalapeno.
yeah, I was going to say, just so everybody has a scale of how hot that is, that has fresh jalapeno in it. I didn't pull the seeds out. So That's
I'm
not
gonna pull
even
the
as
cheese
hot
out of my ass in a
as
second.
that one.
Dude, you are. Hopefully Shelby will be better next week. Lou's not a fan of yours.
I'm sorry, Lou.
Once you diss baseball, he don't like you.
Yeah, that's
Lou?
it.
I like baseball. I was just messing around. I just don't. The only sport I really watch is.
Oh, there's a Zamboni driver.
basketball.
Yeah.
I work by the Zamboni drivers in UBS, and we have a fucking blast every night when I work over there. We just kid around. Well, we do our jobs. I mean, we kid around, make fun of everything. The Zamboni, when the new Zamboni driver looks like the coach in Bull Durham.
Really?
He looks just like him. So I go, lollygaggers. Lollygaggers.
Lollygaggers.
He goes, what does that make us? Bunch of lollygaggers. The guy who
Lollygaggers.
says bunch of lollygaggers, that's what he looks exactly like.
You lollygag around the
You
infield.
lollygag.
Put her on. Ains.
lollygag
Put her on,
around
Zarelli.
the-
We're gonna get the hell out of here. It's
What are we putting
10:50.
on?
10:57.
You know, is everybody watching their Christmas shows? Is everybody watching?
I haven't
their
watched one.
Rudolph,
I haven't watched one yet.
Their
Yeah, I've been
Grinch?
watching The Grinch.
The Grinch is
I'm
always
watching
on.
Elf.
Did you just burp?
I've been watching
I
The
watched
Grinch,
Christmas Vacation.
and I've been watching Krampus.
Christmas
How is
Vacation.
Krampus?
It's all right. It's
It's a
right.
stupid movie, right?
a horror flick.
Yeah. I heard that the Rock has a movie that Krampus is the big shot now. Red, I think it is.
Oh, Red One.
Red one.
Yeah, but that's more of a kids.
That's what I want. I'm a kid. Put it out louder a little bit. I want to. All right.
A little quote from Tommy Lasorda.
Go ahead. Before we
He was
leave.
talking about. I forgot who he was talking about. No, Mike Socha. He was talking about. He goes, he's slow. If he raced a pregnant woman, he'd finish third.
The fetus in I like that.
Nice.
For
That's
Justin
pretty funny.
McDonald, one of our favorites, comedian. Are you still doing comedy?
Yes, I'm just on hiatus.
You're on hiatus?
Yeah.
You want to come back for us in March, in April? Maybe.
I will told you I'll get back to you. My mother's birthday is the 11th.
All right.
So if we're not doing anything, sure.
The Adirondack Walking Stick Company. If you guys want a walking stick, or if you want the best beef jerky on Long Island, we mean it. I'm telling you, it's fat, right?
It's amazing.
It's ridiculous.
We do
friggin'
love
ridiculous.
we do love you. You know that, right?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. I
Justin,
appreciate it.
For Bobby Lacerra inside with Sicko Merchandising, he'll make you anything you want. He's very reasonable, and I think he's shutting us down in about 2 minutes.
2 of my teeth melted down from that other one.
Strong Island TV, Strong Island Radio. Give us a join. Join us. Give us a like. Give us a love. For Board Up Extraordinaire, Richard Zarelli. Good luck tomorrow night. I hope Dallas gives you a good game tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, listen. At 5 and 7.
You guys are just
Not
eating
exactly,
away. All you hear is
What's this stuff?
holy
Dude,
shit.
the pineapple jalapeno. I mean,
I never want to see the word spicy
And sriracha together again.
sriracha today
Oh my God.
or any
sriracha
other
is
day.
spicy
No
by
problem.
itself.
For Ins
It's
41,
not.
Bobby
It
Ins.
is, but it's not.
Bobby Ins 41 in Zarello. Thank you very much. Who was on tonight? Tell us.
Greg DiFilippo, Joan Crupiesha, Bonnie Scalisi, Chris Smith. Obviously, Lou Ferriola was on tonight. Joe Pontillo checked in.
Joe Pontillo.
Vinny Barone also checked in tonight.
All right.
And 114 others that were kind of hanging around.
All right, good.
Yep.
We're on next week, the 15th, for Justin McDonald from the Adirondack Walking Stick Company.
Thank you
and
for the jerky.
And the best
You're
beef
welcome.
jerky ever. Please give him a like and a love and reach out to him. He's fantastic at what he does.
You see, I'm still eating, folks.
For Professional Vinny, who left to go get a kiss from his girlfriend, we love
Yeah.
you, Professional
A
Vinny.
kiss.
For Bobby Lacerra inside, from Sicko, yeah, kiss, right? That guy ran out of here quicker than you could say boo. As soon as he found out he's hanging out with his girl, I gotta go. For Bobby Lacerra, for
Goodbye,
Sicko
Mo.
Merchandising, Strong Island TV and Strong Island Radio, for Board Up Extraordinaire, Richard Zarelli, for Bobby and Zarello, and for me, Anthony Grazzi Day. We'll see you next week. Good night. God bless, and thank you. Share the show, and thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, Justin.
Everybody, I love that.
Thank you, Justin.
Good night. Fuck Christmas.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. Since the last goddamn time, I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is, that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.